2009 season, Gregory Portland with a 20-0 win over Alamo Heights. Carroll, 24-10 winners over Flower Bluff. We are getting this one underway. Kicking off for the Gregory Portland Wildcats, number 10, Justin Morales. Back deep, Leo Salone, and I believe
Javier Herrera.
And it's going to go to Herrera. He gets it at the 15, 20, 25. Gets a break, 30, 35, cuts back inside, 40, 50. All the way back to the 45-yard line of Gregory Portland. Javier Herrera, his first kickoff return of the season.
Right, that is correct. He was not back there last week, but that was his first one. He crossed the 40, gave the Tigers, crossed the 50, gave the Tigers great field position. They'll start up to 45 of the GP Wildcats.
Well, I'm telling you, as we get all our knobs and stuff straight here, make sure our levels are sound, and here we go. I think I'll bring mine down just a little bit as we get this underway. From the Gregory Portland 45-yard line, tight trips on the left side. Single setback is Morales.
There'll be a penalty.
There's going to be a penalty flag, but Morales goes around the left side. He's untouched, but they've stopped the play. Apparently, there's going to be motion called against Carroll Tigers.
Right, they blew the whistle before the ball was snapped, so it looks like it'll be a penalty against the Carroll Tigers. 5-yard penalty motion. You're correct, Stephen.
Okay, as we continue fiddling with the knobs here, making sure that we're all
we're very
crystal clear.
Very close to the crowd, as you know that.
Yeah, we're going to have to talk up just a little bit louder because, they're right below us in these big, okay, I'm not going to say big, small but open press boxes. We're going to be wide open. It's first down and 15 from the 50-yard line for the Carroll Tigers.
Another penalty.
There's going to be another penalty against Carroll, and I believe they're going to
somebody lined up offsides. It looked like another motion call.
Play had not even started when the flag came out, and apparently a little lack of concentration from the Carroll Tigers.
Offside on one of the wideouts.
And it was a tight trip formation, too. They just lost their positioning. We will soon see this. But, after a great return, now it's first down and 20 for the Tigers from their own 45-yard line.
Same formation, trips right, tight.
It's going to be a pitch. Frankie Morales trotting back to the outside, breaks a couple tackles, 45, cuts back into the 50, gets 10 back. Gets 5 back, 5 back. I thought it had gone back a little bit further. It will be second down and 15 for Carroll. Frankie Morales showing some good steps, slipping through, cutting through some seams.
Yeah, great moves there. As you can see, there was 2 guys right on him waiting for him, and he just slid over between them and got 5 yards. So it'll be second and 15 from the 50-yard line.
Well, Carroll had a lot of long third down situations last week, which they did convert. Once again, tight trip formation left side. Single setback is Morales. Going to go Morales. Off tackle, goes up and is stuffed after a gain of 1 on the tackle for Gregory Portland. It's going to be number 28, Eric Wooten. Eric Wooten is, I believe, Eric Wooten is the left defensive end for the Gregory Portland Wildcats. It's going to be third down and 14.
JT checks in for Michael Emery.
Will they stay with this tight trips formation on the left side?
Tight trips again.
Morales single setback in motion, though, is going to be John Quintanilla. Mark Miller wants to roll out. He's going to try and take it himself. Follows the blocking of Amaya. Gets all the way to the 40. Spins. Gets all the way to the 36-yard line. Very close to a first down. Short by maybe a yard.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to go for it. They've made up their decision nice and early. They feel like they can get that 1 yard there.
Absolutely. They are going to work hard. Mark Miller did a good job. Eddie Amaya picked up a block at the 40-yard line, allowing Mark Miller that last 4 yards, getting him very close. It is fourth down and 1 from the 36-yard line of the Gregory Portland Wildcats. The Mary Carroll Tigers are going for it on 4th. Full house backfield. 2 men in the front. Alex Hall. No, excuse me, that's John Quintanilla. He's going to go in motion to the right side. It's going to be a pitch. Frankie Morales. He's going to get his first down. 40. 30, all the way to the 26-yard line.
Yeah.
Quick.
They had 3 men in the backfield. They just loaded to one side and went straight at him and gained about 6-7 yards there.
Kind of started a full house, somewhat of a power eye. Quintanilla comes in motion out to the right side. He follows Quintanilla and Javier Herrera, the 2 fullbacks in the game, to clear it out for him.
So it'll be first and 10 from the 26-yard line for the Carroll Tigers.
Well, a tough situation to start the game. 2 quick penalties putting them in a first and 20, but they're able to work their way out of it. Miller, the quarterback. Offset eye left. Miller's running the option. He's going to take it himself. Keeps going. He's going to get all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Nice tackle.
Yeah, he is taken out again. I believe that's Wooten, number 28. But he did have Frankie Morales out there. He decided to hold on, but it is a very good gain on first down. It's a gain of approximately 6. Second down and 4 coming up. If you just joined us, we're in Portland, Texas at Wildcat Stadium. 9:15 remaining in the first quarter. 0-0 the score. The Gregory Portland Wildcats and the Mary Carroll Tigers in the Battle of the Bridge. Splitting out wide to the right side is going to be Michael Emery. Backfield, Morales. They're going to run the option again. It's going to be a deep pitch to Morales. He pulls it in. 20, 15, 10. Pulls it over tackle. 5.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Frankie Morales. What a run from 20 yards out.
Great pitch by Mark Miller. Just a little high. Frankie caught up there with his right hand, pulled it out, and just gained some yards and broke some tackles and scored. That was a great run. Great job by the offensive lineman there.
It was an outstanding run by Frankie Morales. And the pitch was a bit high, but Frankie was able to reel it in and concentrate on the ball, even with the pressure coming at him. Ed Esqueda, they kicked the extra point on the hold, number 10. Marcus Sanchez. Kick is up. Kind of a wobbler, but hey, when it goes to the uprights, what do we care? It is good.
It is good. With 8:53 in the first quarter, Carroll Tigers up 7-0 over the Gregory Portland Wildcats here at Portland Stadium.
Right now, I want to go ahead and thank one of the sponsors that make all of this possible for us. Of course, the great people over at JCPenney's. JCPenney's at Padre Stables Mall is proud to be a sponsor of the Corpus Christi Independent School District's athletic program.
Number 32, and Juan Bennett. The linebacker will be number 40.
The Big Cats are back. That they are, and they score on the first series. Couple setbacks, couple penalties, not the smoothest way to open the drive, but Frankie Morales and great blocking on the right side was able to get in there. And Alamo Heights couldn't score on GP last week. The Carroll Tigers already have scored on them.
Yeah, that was a great series. As you know, a great kickoff return by Mr. Herrera. Gave him good field position, but had 2 penalties to put him back 10 yards. And they continued their drive and scored with 8:53. Marcus Castro ready to kick for the Carroll Tigers.
And he slips. He loses his footing. It's going to be down. Going to be taken by one of the, I think the second line, one of the upbacks from the second line, then number 7, Tony Rios. But Castro, you can see where his foot took a big divot out of the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he slipped before he made contact with the ball. Just traveled maybe about 20 yards, 30 yards there. And
he's lucky he got that much of the ball, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, and there's a fair catch by Mr. Rios there. So very important with the ball.
And the defense is going to get pumped up for the Carroll Tigers. Coming up, Brett Keener leading the offense for Gregory Portland. Receivers to each side. 2 men in the backfield. It's going to go to the fullback. He's going to be upended instantly. He'll get 1, maybe 2, but Michael Capps, Alex Hall, Adam Ibarra, and Michael Triber all in that play.
And also Houston Tyler, that was a great gang tackling right there, baby, for 1.5, 2 yards there. No more than 2 yards.
It'll be second down and long. Second down, and we'll call it 8. We'll give him the 2 yards. As Coach Holt had said, this is probably the best defense he's going to face all year. I mean, just based on the reputation from last year and 9 returning starters from last year. Keener. Slot right formation. He's going to pull it out of the belly. A deep pitch to Gilbert Griffith on the right side. He's got room. 40, 45, 50. All the way into Carroll territory at the 46-yard line. Late pitch by Brett Keener, but a perfect pitch by Keener.
Oh, yeah, and Mitchell Spencer knocked him out of bounds. He was in the grasp of Big David Midget from the backside. He barely got the ball away to Mr. Griffin and went around that right corner for a big gainage, but Midget was all over him.
David Midget was all over him, and he tried to get his arms around him to avoid, but I think that was more of a wrist pitch.
Oh, yeah,
he really didn't.
He just barely got rid of it there.
But it worked out perfectly because everybody converged on Keener. Griffith was able to go around and get the first down at the 46-yard line of the Carroll Tigers. Slot left formation, Griffith. They're going to put receivers to each side. Different formation. Splitting receivers out. Griffith goes in motion. This one again is going to be the fullback. Number 22, Chris Owen. Not much there for him. Once again, he'll get 2, possibly 3.
A great tackle by Michael Capps there, number 44 for the Carroll Tigers.
Checking into the game right now, Christopher Gray going to be coming in for number 32. That is Antoine Bennett.
Right.
They have a good rotation with the Bennetts and Christopher Gray.
Right. They have 3 great down linemen, as you know. Antoine and his brother, Mr. Bennett, and Mr. Gray, they do a good job rotating, keeping them fresh.
Men in the backfield, Justin Morales, Chris Owen, and Gilbert Griffith for Gregory Portland. Slot left formation. Keener wants to throw. He's rolling right. He's looking down the field. Here comes the pressure. Alex Hall picks him down. There's a flag in the backfield. Yeah, Alex Hall, what a great angle.
Right, great angle. Great coverage by the secondary. Didn't have time to throw, but I think they're going to have a holding penalty against Gregory Portland. They were in hot pursuit after the quarterback, and somebody just held the defender there.
Even if this turns it into a 3rd and long situation, you still want to move him back and put him in a pressure situation. Get possibly some better field position. I say the coaching staff all said, move him back.
Yeah, just get him back as far as you can.
That is going to be the call, so let's see where they spot this one. Again, it is marked from the point of the infraction. What was the call? There was a 5-yard penalty.
Hey, it looked like he called. I didn't see that.
I'm a bit confused there. I look away. I think I see something, and I end up being told, being shown something different.
Well, it'll be 2nd and 18 from the 46-yard line of Gregory Portland Wildcats.
Can't assume anything. It'll be 2nd down, as you mentioned, and 18 yards.
Stephen Kane split left for the Gregory Portland Wildcats.
He's getting drilled by Christopher Gray. David Medjepa, Christopher Gray just blew past the center.
Hey, went right through that gap, didn't have a chance to set up. He was looking for Mr. Kane on the left side and just didn't have time to throw the ball.
Christopher Gray comes from Alabama, his first year in Corpus Christi, and the Tigers, you know, they're glad to have him.
Oh, yeah.
I'll say that they're glad to have him.
Great kid and also great defensive lineman. Be a timeout by the Gregory Portland Wildcats.
Definitely a timeout by the Wildcats, and it's going to be 3rd down and 23 upcoming. I think it was a hold, considering I think they did move it back 10 yards from the line of the scrimmage and previously. So I think as long as we get that straight, as long as we don't think we're going crazy, you know, but that's the case. Let's go ahead and talk more about those great sponsors. Again, if you just joined us, we got a good game going already. The folks at Church's Fried Chicken. Church's Fried Chicken.
$1, all for the Tigers. Stand up and holler.
Football team. Want to thank the folks over at Church's for providing us with all this information and coming on board once again. They picked a great program to follow, I tell you that.
3rd and 23 for the Gregory Portland Wildcats.
From the 41-yard line of GP, they need to get to the 35 of Carroll. Keener rolls right. Tower's coming up on him, but he is gang tackled. Tower just gets off the shoulder pads, but then he is taken down for another 5-yard loss. Who do you got?
Oh, Towers, Michael Capps, also number 24, Andre Bennett, all around Mr. Keener. They didn't have time to throw the ball. It was great pressure, and as you know, they're just last 2 or 3 plays been in the backfield. Don't have time to throw, don't have time to run. And
that defense is pumped up.
Oh, that's 4th and 23. They've lost major yardage, so they're going to kick from the 36-yard line.
I think all the gain, the large gain that they got on the option play, they got it all back in penalties and losses.
That's where they got the ball when they received the kickoff.
Kicking the ball away. Number 34 for Gregory Portland's going to be going to Toilette. Toilette's going to take it at the 32-yard line. He got plenty of time. 40, cuts back inside. 45, going to take a big pop right there by number 54, Matt Walker of Gregory Portland. But Toilette does get a return of approximately 14 yards.
Yeah, probably a little more than 14, about 14 yards there. Got great field position for the Carroll Tigers, and basically that field position set up by the defense there.
Robert Hutzel was the one who kicked it away for Gregory Portland. Good kick. Got a little bit of a breeze out here, but not affecting it too much. But it did allow Toilette a lot of time. He had plenty of time to go ahead and get a return off.
Emery and Salone split out for the Carroll Tigers.
Pro-line formation. Miller wants to throw. He's going to throw the quick slant. Emery in and out of the hands at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, great pass, great protection by that offensive line there. Just didn't come down with the ball, so it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Carroll Tigers.
Yeah, Mark Miller only had 1 completion, 1 out of 7 last week for about 18 yards. It was a screen pass, really trying to get the rhythm of the passing game, and that was a great pass, just in and out of the hands. I think it might have actually gone off the shoulder pad, let it get through.
Got too close to his body there.
On 2nd down and 10 from the 44-yard line of Carroll. Again, receivers split to each side. I formation, Morales, D-man in the backfield. It's going to be Herrera. The fullback's going to take it. He's going to try and bounce off. He continues going, fending off a couple tacklers. Gets over the 45 to the 47. So it'll be a gain of about 3 yards, maybe 4 for the Carroll Tigers. Again, if you just joined us, 5:48 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 the score. The Carroll Tigers score on their opening drive. A 20-yard run by Frankie Morales. Extra point was good by Ed Esqueda, and that's where we are. GP's defense has gotten very, very tough, and Carroll Tigers have the ball again. 3rd down and 6 for the Carroll Tigers at their own 48-yard line. And the motion is Herrera. There's going to be a penalty flag. I'm intrigued a little bit by that. I guess it was some motion against the Carroll Tigers.
Yeah, before the snap of the ball, there'll be a little motion, 5-yard penalty on the Carroll Tigers.
Well,
GP was kind of moving up there on the line of scrimmage, and I think we just couldn't hold it long enough. And
yeah, got distracted, allowed themselves to be distracted, and it did result in a motion penalty. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Actually, yeah, 3rd down and 11 is correct for the Carroll Tigers. Ball spotted at their own 43-yard line. The sun has gone down. I'm so thankful.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't see anything with the sun directly in our face. This is definitely the visitor's box. It's not the home box. You got that sun directly in your face. 2 receivers to the top side, 1 on the bottom. Morales single setback. Miller wants to throw. Set up the screen to Morales. Trying to break. Makes a good cut. Gets over the 50. Ball is loose. Ball is loose. Does it get out of bounds? Does Gregory Portland fall on it? What is the call?
I can't see an official.
It's on the far sideline.
No, I think we're all right with there.
Leo Salone is he's up and down saying, I think we got it. And if that is the case, they'll also probably get the first down with the extra 3 yards the ball rolled out. And they are getting, the officials are getting lobbied pretty hard by the...
Oh, it was right in front of the GP bench. The coaching staff's there talking to the officials, and they're trying to see what they can do here. But it looks like if the ball, they mark it where it's at, it'll be a first down for the Carroll Tigers.
They're still discussing. The ball has not even come.
Carroll out of the huddle.
They're going to come up and go, hey, where's the ball? Everybody's ready to play, but there's no ball. They're still discussing it on the sideline.
Oh, they just moved it back a little. It's going to be close.
God, I got a little bit of help. Let me go ahead and remind everybody, the officials are from the Corpus Christi chapter of the Southwest Football Officials Association. Referee Mark Mirzois, umpire Mark Harrod, linesman Joel Hilliard, line judge Valde Delgado, back judge Bruce Porcher, and the electronic clock operator is Lonnie Robichaud. And they did say that, yes, it is enough for the first down.
Ball on the 45, 46-yard line of the Gregory Portland Wildcats. Nice screen there.
Absolutely. It's going to go Frankie Morales upended as he tries to dive forward. Good submarine play by the Gregory Portland Wildcats. Number 66, Marcos Flores, was the first one to put a helmet on the shins of Frankie Morales. Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Coming in the game, Emery for Tillett. Getting things rolling. Offensive line trying to create some space, and they've done a good job so far for the likes of Frankie Morales. Get a chance to recognize those folks in just a moment and let you know what kind of good job they're doing. Receiver split to each side. John Quintanilla, the fullback, goes in motion. This one again going to be Frankie. He gets over the 40. Cuts outside. 35, go all the way. 25, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Frankie Morales from 43 yards out. Picking up where he left off. Frankie Morales is just finds seams and is able to scoot through those seams and then turn on sprinter speed.
Oh, yeah, he has some great speed, but he also has a great line on that left side. Neil Peterson and Homer Scher made a great
they absolutely created space.
He follows Mr. Quintanilla down that left side.
Phillip Brown, the center, Brandon Guerra, the right guard, and Nick Manzano also doing great jobs. Eddie Amai, the tight end, as well. Esqueda is going to kick it up. It is good. 14-0 the score. A 43-yard run by Frankie Morales, followed by the extra point. Makes the score 14-0 in the first quarter. 4:05 remaining in the quarter. Well, the Tigers aren't fooling around. They are getting down to business and playing very hard, very determined football tonight. Let me go ahead and thank once again some more of those fantastic sponsors that make this broadcast possible. Danny Tower, attorney at law. He supports the Mary Carroll Tigers football team during the 1999 football campaign. number 30, Brandon Sheffield for the Gregory Portland Wildcats. Number 1, Marco Castro will be doing the kickoff duties. Kicking a bit into, I think, into a bit of a wind. And I think he's got a little bit bigger leg than Esqueda.
Yeah, there's a little wind coming right at his face, so he'll have to get a lot of leg into this one.
Castro kicks it away. Good kick. Going to go deep. Taken by Sheffield at the 10. 15-20. Right side. 25-30. 35. Gets to the 40. He is met at the 40-yard line. Taken down. And again, that was Mitchell Smith. You made the call exactly. Big bear hug tackle.
Great tackle right there at about the 43, 44-yard line.
But it was a 30-yard return, so Gregory Portland does a great job creating an outside lane for Brandon Sheffield. Mitchell Smith brings him down, but good field position to start this drive for Gregory Portland. And let's see if GP's got some answers for that Tiger defense.
Yeah, it looks like they're talking to the GP captain there.
Jared Coleman, the captain, number 74.
Offsides.
Oh, they're going to decline it and take, okay, there was an offsides penalty. I never saw the flag. I didn't look back, but they are going to decline that one and take that very good return by Brandon Sheffield.
Left side of the line there, kickoff line was offside, so they'll just decline it and go from there.
Absolutely, a great return by Sheffield. It'll be first down at the Gregory Portland 42-yard line. Brett Keener one more time under center. Slot in a wing right formation. Man in motion is going to be Griffith. That tailback, he's trying to get around the right side. Turns it up, he's met and spins, gets to the 45-yard line.
Looked like Alex Hall.
First man there was Alex Hall. He spun off Alex and fell forward, and I think Triber was there to clean it up.
That's correct. There's a great job by Alex Hall.
Michael Triber, number 8. Again, each one of these guys always backing each other up the whole way through. That's what a good team defense is all about. 3:30 remaining in the first quarter. 14-0 the score. The Mary Carroll Tigers lead over Gregory Portland.
John Moran's also in there at corner for the Carroll Tigers.
Wing right formation. Going to go to the fullback. He's going to be taken down instantly. He's going to fall forward for one. I believe that was
Tony Aguilar.
Tony Aguilar, number 40, in on the play. Chris Owens, number 22, trying to sneak something, trying to get that quick trap working with the fullback. But the interior of that Carroll Tiger line is really holding firm.
Oh, Mr. Bennett, Mr. Gray, also Tony Aguilar, Michael Capps.
Yeah, Tony Aguilar at that cat tackle.
Right.
He's got a lot of versatility. He has the ability to just line up in different areas, and he did a fantastic job.
Tigers showing blitz.
2 men split the backfield, receivers to each side.
Here they come.
Here they come. Keener going to take it himself. Great call. 50, 45, cuts back outside. 40, upended. He'll be taken down after the first down at the 39-yard line of the Carroll Tigers.
Yeah,
a red blitz and a great call. Keener found a big hole.
Yeah, it was just a great call, offensive call against that defensive set. So GP gets a first down, but Adam Mubar knocks him down before he continues with that run.
Clock stops as they move the chains. It is in Carroll territory at the 38-yard line. Gregory Portland trying to answer back after the 2 scores by Frankie Morales and the Carroll Tigers. Receiver split out wide left side. That's Tony Rios for the Gregory Portland Wildcats. I formation slot left. He's ready to pass. Running the pass. Keener is trying to turn. Now he's going to turn it up himself. Here comes Alex Hall. Boom! Alex Hall and Adam Ibarra take him down, but he does get 3 yards. Hall taking another good angle. Ibarra low. Hall high.
Michael Triber also in there.
You could see that we had such an angle. We could see Alex Hall, number 7. He's such a great pursuer and takes such good angles. You could just see him stepping that one off. Just boom, 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 like a Jaws theme. Keener does get 3 yards, and Keener's a converted fullback from last year, now coming into the quarterback position. He went off to camps during the summer and really worked on his quarterback skills. According to Coach Holt, he's very excited and very happy that Keener is leading his offense. Great leader. Single man in the backfield is going to be the fullback. Once again, that's Chris Owen. He'll go forward for another 3 yards. It'll be 3rd down, and I believe about 4 remaining for a first down.
Yeah, on the tackle there, number 32, Antoine Bennett, Michael Capps, and also Michael Triber.
Yeah, go ahead, Richard.
Houston Tower just getting to play from the sideline, getting his defensive set.
3rd down. This is where the Tigers pride themselves. Wide to the right side. Number 10, Justin Morales is going to go wide left. Griffith wide. Wide right was Morales, wide left. Keener running the option, turning it himself. He's going to dive forward, get to the 30, to the 29, close to the 28. Going to be very close to a first down.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to measure here, Stephen.
I totally agree. He made a quick decision. I mean, it was not a fooling around. He had a little bit of a seam and decided to take advantage, knowing what he needed for a first down. Well, they haven't called for the change. Have they called for the change?
Yeah, they're called. They're getting everybody off the change there.
Oh, okay. As they do, 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Carroll Tigers lead 14-0. In the Battle of the Bridge, the Carroll Tigers.
First down, Wildcats.
Well, you heard that from the announcer. First down, Wildcats do get the first down. Chains will move. Last year, big game for the Carroll Tigers against GP. GP is definitely much improved, and they seem to be putting together a very good drive here. First down at the Carroll Tiger 28-yard line. Keener once again. Two men in the slots. Single man in the backfield is Owen, the fullback. Man in motion, Gilbert Griffith. Right, coming around the right side. Looks, tries to get to the corner. He'll be taken out. Alex Hall.
John Marin also there.
I think the man who finally cleaned it up was Adam Ibarra.
That is correct. Alex Hall got a little piece of him, John Marin, and then Adam cleans up.
A little bit at a time. Everybody gets a piece of the action. No gain on the play. Ball will remain at the 28-yard line. They really struck Griffith out around the right side. Clock has stopped for some apparent reason. When he knocked out of bounds?
Yeah,
I suppose he was. That's
he
right.
was knocked out of bounds. There's no time, no play clock on the sideline, so there are 27 seconds left in the first quarter.
Keener, wing right formation. Going to go right in the middle to the fullback one more time, and there is Christopher Gray holding on tight. But there was someone even deeper and lower, and I believe that was number 40, Tony Aguilar.
That is correct,
He's the one who
Stephen.
first sealed the hole.
Yeah, he grabbed him down low, and then Mr. Gray jumps on top for about half a yard gain, 1 yard. I think that's going to be it for the first quarter, Stephen.
Kept pulling him back. 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 14-0, the Carroll Tigers lead over the Gregory Portland Wildcats in the Battle of the Bridge. That is going to be the first quarter as the teams start working their way on the other side. Well, the Carroll Tigers starting strong. Last week, I think they were concerned that they weren't scoring in the red zone. This week, they seem to be getting that job taken care of.
Yeah, I think they got the ball twice this quarter and scored on each opportunity.
Let me go ahead and remind everybody about some more of those great sponsors we have. World Gym Fitness Center proudly supports high school athletics, and we're excited to sponsor Carroll High School football. Come by World Gym Fitness Center at 6601 Everhart or call 853.
Headphones or is it something in the camera? Okay, now we need some help from the crowd. Come on, crowd. I must be Come on, crowd. Now see.
Third down and 10 for Gregory Portland. Last two plays have been no gain. Tough defensive plays. They've made some yards, has Gregory Portland, on some great play calls, picking the defense, picking the right call against the right D. But when it's kind of come head-to-head and just straight at the gut and controlling the line of scrimmage, it's been the Tigers.
Yeah, I think they've had a little more success on the outside, trying to get around the corners, but
on the interior,
it's been very tough.
Ronald Mignette coming to pick up the receiver. Far right side. Keener under center, rolls left. Here comes pressure. Here comes pressure. He is dropped for a loss. What a move by Alex Hall to turn Keener back. What a cleanup from the rest of the team. Michael Capps. Who else was in on that play?
I'm not sure. I think it was Easton Tower, but I'm not 100% sure. But Alex Hall just staying on his feet, trying to squibble. They got to him, but he couldn't get around him. And
yeah, Alex Hall is not going to be credited with the tackle on that at all, but that play happened because of Alex Hall.
Oh, yeah, they're just trying to cut him there, and he just stayed and fought to stay on his feet and just didn't let Mr. Keener get outside, and then the rest of the defense came and cleaned up.
It's going to be fourth down, and I'm going to call it 18 yards. Ball spotted at the 35-yard line of the Carroll Tigers.
Number 34 for the Wildcats, back deep to punt.
It's Robert Hutzel, and dropping back is going to be Michael Schreiber. There's a penalty flag being thrown. I think they're going to go ahead and take the delay of game penalty, move it back 5 yards, and get themselves a little bit more room to work with in the punting unit.
Yeah, and I don't think they were sure of what they wanted to do because the ball's on the 35. You don't know if you want to punt or go for it. So
I think that helps the punter.
Yeah, it does too. That's also correct, but just not knowing now defense. Defensively, Carroll puts their punt return team in.
Actually, yes, they are going to bring in Johnny Smith. He's going to come in the game. Michael Schreiber will move up from the deep man back into his blocking position, maybe actually trying to get a little pressure. Looks like they might be coming after the punter, Hutzel.
They have 10 on the line of scrimmage.
10 on the line.
They're going after him.
High snap, gets through. Good kick. Actually going to come up a little bit short. Johnny Smith coming up on it.
Takes
Takes
that
a
one
nice bounce. Johnny Smith picks it up at the 15. Dancing, trying to get something going. He'll be dropped. I mean, looked like there was a late hit there. A late hit, but there's no call. It happened right in front of an official. Maybe it was a momentum thing. Maybe he was trying to avoid it, but there was no call made. So it will be first down at the 12-yard line of the Carroll Tigers. Because they sent 10 men after the punter, Johnny really didn't have much of a chance because he was a wall of red coming right
He's
at
on
him.
his own back there. And you know, he can break a few if you give him a chance. Just didn't do it that time. Sloan set left.
I think that's Emery up on the top right. It's going to go to the fullback. The fullback breaks it. John Quintanilla, 25, 30, 35, 40, right on the left side. 45, 50, 40, 30. Take it down to the 25-yard line. John Quintanilla. John Quintanilla, the one thing about that is, well, John Quintanilla played last year at Gregory, Portland. That's exactly right.
60-yard run there by Mr. Quintanilla.
Well, that is what I think. I talked with Coach Morris earlier this year when we were getting things started, and he was really excited about with Herrera and Quintanilla because he thought he really had two good running fullbacks as well as blocking fullbacks. And it shows right there, John Quintanilla was able to sprint and run by a defensive back to get to the left side. So great play for the Tigers. Ball at the 25-yard line. Miller hands up straight at the middle to Frankie Morales. Frankie's going to dive, get forward to the 20, down at about the 24-yard line. I think the man coming off the bottom of the stack. Number 68, that's Fred Vela for Gregory Portland.
Yeah, Mr. Herrera was leading the way there. He took Mr. Quintanilla's spot. He was basically out of gas there, and they gained about 5 yards, 4.5, 5 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 5. Double tights for the Tigers this time. You can see Chad Foster checked in and also Mr. Amaya.
JT Tillett, is going to split wide to the right side. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line.
Option right.
Option Miller.
Mark finds a seam.
Going to try and get something. He's going to be twisted down, stretches out, gets to the 15.
He'll be about 3rd and 1. He's about a yard and a half short, Steve.
At that time when the pressure starts coming, he still has the outside man coming, but it's dangerous. I mean, you know the pressures, he's going to get hit, and that's a dangerous pitch if he wants to try and pull it off.
Right. That was a safe play by Mr. Mark Miller there. He just kind of got the yards as he could, and, you know, they know they have a big line there that can move it for a yard and a half, 2 yards here.
Let's see if that is going to be the case. Two receivers left side, Emery, Salone, Morales, deep man behind the fullback, Herrera. He is hit and dropped. So a great surge, number 26 for Gregory Portland. 26 or 28, I think it must be 28, Eric Wooten, the defensive end, getting in there and hitting Frankie Morales. It will be no gain on that play. Straight up the gut, so a great play by the GPD. It'll be 4th down and 1. And I don't see Edesqueda or Castro heading on there going for it again.
It'll be 4th and 1. They moved in a tight end, Chase Foster, and also number 4 checks back in, Mr. Quintanilla for the Carroll Tigers.
They're going to go with that power I formation. The two fullbacks in front of Frankie Morales. In motion goes Herrera. They're going to pitch. Lesser Mark Miller, keeper, takes it himself, 15. All the way down to the 12. He'll be spun. Did he pitch?
I don't know.
Frankie Morales is going to take it in for the score. I don't see any penalty flags. I missed the pitch. Or did it just come free on the fumble?
I don't know. I think he pitched it. I'm not 100% sure, but they're calling it back. I think his knee was on the ground, they're saying.
If his knee was on the ground, it's still going to be a first down. So
that is correct. They're still talking about, I don't know if his knee was down before he pitched.
The one thing you do see is there is a beanbag down, and that they wouldn't throw the beanbag down if it was a pitch. So I think it was a fumble.
Right.
I think it was a fumble. And Morales advanced it into the end zone. They're going to spot it down where the fumble took place. Possibly, like you said, he might have had a knee down. But it will be enough for the first down for the Carroll Tigers.
That is correct. And the ball still stays with the Carroll Tigers. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line.
Well, I'm going to have to watch that one on the rebroadcast and see exactly what happened, since I don't have a monitor in front of me here. See what exactly took place. Was it a fumble? Was it a pitch? And it will be first down from the 11, almost a 12-yard line, so the Carroll Tigers could get another first down if necessary.
I don't know if, like you say, and I know we'll continue talking about if it was a pitch or a fumble, but the good thing about it, it's Carroll's ball, and they'll have a first down from the 11.5, 12-yard line with 8:42 in the second quarter.
Herrera. Yeah, Herrera the fullback. Morales the deep back. Miller at quarterback. Tollett wide right. Leo Salone wide to the left side. Lining up behind the big offensive line. Peterson, Sierra, Brown, Guerra, and Manzano. Eddie Amaya also the tight end, blocking his way through.
Mark Miller
right up to Frankie. He's going to dive forward, gets hit in the backfield, but goes forward, continually goes forward, gets over the 10 to the 9. I believe number 68, once again, that was Fred Vela, got a piece of it.
Yeah, he gained about maybe 2.5, 3 yards. They're just moving the ball a little at a time, have plenty of time, and in good field position here. Mark Miller gets a play from the sideline, goes in there underneath in the huddle.
It is going to be 2nd down and 8. One more time, Michael Emery's back in the game. He's going to split wide to the right. Salone wide left. Same backfield. In motion, Herrera. Going to run the option. Going to keep her. Miller turns it up himself. Gets to the ball. Ball is loose, and I think this time the Wildcats have it.
Yeah.
The Wildcats have it. Miller made his moves and was dancing around. I think the ball was kind of free and away from his body instead of tucked in tight. It was popped loose, and it's going to be Gregory Portland's ball at the 2-yard line, if not the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they just knocked the ball loose. They hit him on the left side and just kind of popped out of his right hand there and falls on the 1.5-yard line, 1-yard line, and GP jumps on it. So
a missed opportunity right there, but the defense, actually, I see the defense foaming at the mouth right here. They want an opportunity to put 2 points on the board.
I don't know. They'd like a fumble. I think Houston had a few of those last year, an interception and bring it back. You know, Midget's done that.
I talked with Adam and Ronald Midget, Adam Ibarra. They both said, we want to score a little bit this year.
This might be their opportunity to get a loose ball and run it in. That's so close.
From the 1-yard line, Gregory Portland trying to get it out of their own territory, gives it to the fullback, nothing there. He might get 1, maybe 2, but it is stuffed by the big man up the middle.
Oh yeah, there's
I think Antoine was the guy number 32.
Yeah, Antoine right there on the middle, just stuffing every gap, A-B gap. He's so big, he can take him.
I think it may be a half-yard gain. If 2nd down, and we'll call it a very long 9. 7:36 remaining in the first half, 14-0. The Carroll Tigers lead here at Wildcat Stadium in Portland. This is the Battle of the Bridge. And Gregory Portland trying to get it deep out of their territory. From their own 1-yard line, Keener. 2 men in the backfield. Keener trying to take it himself. He meets Michael Capps. Capps pulls him down after a 2, possibly 3-yard gain.
Tony Aguilar, Michael Capps, Houston Tower all in there. Houston Tower really made that first tackle. Great job by the defense there. 3rd and about 7.5, 8 yards, Stephen.
Yeah, they're pretty conservative back there right now. They don't want to do anything too fancy. I'm talking about Gregory Portland because they know how dangerous his defense can be. So they're just going to go into some bread and butter stuff right now and hoping that a seam opens up for them.
Yeah, just a few basic plays, trying to get their punter maybe some room to punt the ball and see if their defense can hold again or just get another turnover to get out of that bad field position right now.
As they line up one more time, defense setting up at the Griffith in motion. Keener wants to throw. He's got it. He's going across the middle. No. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Hutzel. Good. I'll tell you one thing. Brett Keener did a great job with the play fake because I was looking for the ball. I didn't know he had it. And that's what a good quarterback in a wing T offense can do for you. If he has good ball handling skills, he can create some opportunities for him. And the pass was clean. He had plenty of time, was just unable to get it to the chest of Hutzel.
Yeah, a lot of pressure by number 91, David Midget, and just didn't have time to set his feet and throw the ball. But he made a good attempt there, and it's just not basically the best pass possible, but he almost had it there.
It is going to be 4th down. Hutzel is going to be back deep to kick it away. Johnny Smith lined up at his own the GB 40-yard line, waiting to receive. We have 10 men on the line one more time. They want points. It's a high snap. Here comes pressure. He gets it out quick. Mitchell Smith was coming at him, and he gets it away. Johnny Smith knocks it out at 35, 30. Tries to get to the outside, tries to bounce. He is taken down at that point. Number 10, that is Justin Morales, gets his ankle and holds on tight. But it will be deep in GP territory at, I believe, the
27, 28-yard line, 27.
I believe that is going to be the case. So good pressure forcing Hutzel to get a quick kick. Couldn't go through the full motion, couldn't do the whole thing. He just had to get a foot on the ball.
Yeah, it was a little high snap. He had to get off his feet, jump, kind of just got the ball out of the end zone, and it one bounce, and Johnny picks it up.
Emery and Salone split to each side. Johnny Smith is in the backfield. Miller wants to throw. He is a little miscommunication right there. The intended receiver was Leo Salone. Salone did about a 5-yard Carroll, and Miller threw it about 4 yards up the field. So some miscommunication. It will be 2nd down and 10. Miller is throwing a good ball, though. He's got plenty of juice on it, keeping a tight spiral. All the little things you're looking for from Miller in his first year at quarterback. Johnny Smith, as I said, is in the backfield. John Quintanilla, the fullback. Tollett and Salone, the receivers. Quintanilla goes in motion to the right side. It's going to go Johnny Smith following Quintanilla. He is going to be taken down. Number 26 gets underneath and holds on tight. It's got to be 28 again. I think I'm having trouble with that number. That's Eric Wooten, the defensive end. Those numbers seem to be crimping together because there's no 26 on the roster.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
There's no 26. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Carroll Tigers.
3rd and 10. Mark Miller gets a signal, and he's going back to the huddle. See if they come up with something interesting. Are they going to go to the option one more time? They are putting 2 receivers on the left side. Let's see if they try and run behind those receivers. Miller rolls to the left. He rolls. He wants to throw. He's got time. He's got pressure. Incomplete. Salone, the intended receiver. Defensive coverage provided by number 25, who is definitely not on my roster. Let's see if he's on yours.
No, sir.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't be a season without a mystery man.
That'll be 4th and 10. Tigers are going to go for it.
Yeah,
Mark Miller gets a play from the sideline.
They're in a spot where
little too far.
A little too far for a field goal attempt. Its field goal attempt would be approximately, a long way. It would be about 45 yards with a wind problem.
And a little too close for a punt.
Tight trips on the right side on 4th down and 10. Ball is on the ground. Ball is on the ground. It's going to be fumbled away, and I believe either way, it's Gregory Portland's ball. Either if Miller falls on it or number 80, Evan Ishenko. Either way, it's irrelevant. It was 4th down. It's a turnover, and I believe it was officially a fumble and was recovered by Gregory Portland.
That is correct. They give him credit for a fumble.
Well, the ball will be spotted at the 30-yard line. Carroll Tigers scored in their first 2 possessions, but now are having a little bit of trouble punching it in from this point. 5:35 remaining in the first half, 14-0 the score. The Carroll Tigers lead in the Battle of the Bridge. We're in Portland, Texas. Keener, one more time. He has the ball still. He's still got the ball, trying to make something happen. Alex Hall holds on tight, won't let him get away from the pack, but what happened was the penetration really upset the timing of that play. The fullback was the man who was taking the fake, number 22, that's Chris Owen, but there was so much pressure, it pushed the fullback into the quarterback, and so he had nowhere to go. Then Alex Hall, all he had to do was just hold on and pull him down.
Yeah, Alex Hall starts it, and then as you can see, when you see the film or you're watching
the rebroadcast,
there's 8 guys on the tackle. There's 8 guys coming up off their knees or off their butts because they're just around the ball, and they're all making gang tackles there.
Keener one more time under center. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. No gain on the last play. He wants to throw. Straight drop. Here comes pressure Tower, but it's going to be a pass.
Oh, no.
It's going to go to Hutzel, and they are going to call it a catch. It looked very, very interesting. It's going to be very close to a 1st down. I believe they did get it. The officials say he did make the catch, got his arms underneath. The fans over here at Carroll thought he trapped the ball, and it was a very close call.
Yeah,
but that is going to be the call made, and it's going to be a 1st down for Gregory Portland.
Yeah, it was very low to the ground. I don't know if he trapped it, got a 1 hop, or he got his hands underneath, but they give him credit for a catch. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line of the Gregory Portland Wildcats.
Receivers split to each side. That's going to be Griffith and Rios. It's going to go to the second man. That's Morales. Morales is trying to get some going. He gets through. He gets through. 40, 35, 30.
And a score.
20, 10, touchdown, Gregory Portland. That is a 59-yard run for number 10, Justin Morales of Gregory Portland, tightening up the score, 14-7, 14-6, excuse me. Extra point upcoming. Morales kind of ran into a crowd, and all of a sudden he just waited for the seam to open. He just kind of waited for it all to part, and when he did, he just took off and sprinted. I mean, he didn't make any deliberate or drastic moves. It just opened up for him, plain and simple. They've got the swinging gate. It's coming left side. Boom! Not there. The swinging gate is stuffed by David Midyett. Number 22, Chris Owens. It was pitched left in the swinging gate, and David Midyett came from around the line and met Owen about a half second after he caught the ball.
Didn't have time to go anywhere. David Midyett smelled that one out. The defense was set over there. I don't know why they tried it, but they did and just didn't get anywhere.
Not that time. 14-6 the score, 4:14 remaining in the first half. The Carroll Tigers lead here in the Battle of the Bridge. Let's talk more about those sponsors that make this all possible. The Carroll Tigers football team wants to thank J.T. Tillett and the folks at Swantner and Gordon Insurance Agency for their generous support of Tiger football this season. Again, Wednesday night on AT&T Cable, formerly TCI Cable. You'll be able to see it on Cable Access Channel 10 starting at 8 o'clock. We'll be bringing you the broadcast live, produced by the Big Cat Club, Bay Area Studios, and with the audio provided by KCCT 1150 AM One-on-One Sports. That's right, you'll get to hear Richard and I all over again. Tune in if you didn't get a chance to see it, or if you want to see it again. Always fun.
Salone and Smith deep for the Carroll Tigers.
Morales, who ran it in, that is going to be that is Morales. Johnny Smith right at the gut. 30, 35, 36. He really did turn on the sprinter speed. He just took a straight line, and when he did get hit, it kind of sent him airborne.
Yeah, he went up there with a lot of heart, a lot of running power, and just got hit at the legs and kind of had a little tumble, but he went all the way to the 36-yard line for the Carroll Tigers with 4:06 left in the second quarter.
Well, the Tigers want to answer back, I'm sure, leading only by 8, 4:06 remaining in the first half. Miller under center. Offset eye. In motion, Herrera, the fullback. Toss right. Kick. Frankie Morales trying to get to the corner. Tries to turn, makes one move. Brandon Sheffield, nice tackle, wrapping around the waist of Frankie Morales and pulling him down. It'll be a gain of maybe 1 for Frankie. Brandon Sheffield, good quality tackle on one of the team captains for the, I don't know if he's a captain or not, but he is one of the, 3-year lettermen for the Gregory Portland Wildcats.
Great open field tackle on Frankie. You know, Frankie's very elusive, has a lot of moves, and then Sheffield just stayed with him and just swung him to the ground there for about a 1-yard gain only for the Carroll Tigers.
2nd down and 9, ball at the 36-yard line. In motion once again, the fullback. It's going to go Frankie Morales. Follows trap left. He is hit again. Ball is loose. Frankie Morales falls on it. Actually, nobody realized it was loose. It was behind him, but he was met and hit hard by number 68, Fred Vela, along with.
No, I'm not sure there, Stephen, but there was just a gang tackle, basically a lot of red jerseys around Frankie on that trap. Couldn't get anywhere. He lost a yard, as a matter of fact.
I believe you're absolutely correct. It's, if not a yard and a half, it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Gregory Portland getting a bit fired up here. 2 big defensive plays. Let's see if they're forcing Carroll to go to the air or if they got something else in mind. Leo Salone splitting wide left side.
Foster,
it's going to be a pitch running behind Foster. Tries to get to the corner. Ball gets loose. No, he does not. Holds on at the 40. Goes down at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, it'll be 4th down and about 4.5, 5 yards for the Carroll Tigers. I think this will be the first time they'll punt this half.
I think you're right, being this deep in their own well, not tremendously deep, but they are in their own territory.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to go ahead and not fool around with this one.
Adam Mubata will punt from about the 41-yard line.
And they are putting nobody deep. Gregory Portland is sending no one deep. They're going to go ahead and let this bounce through. It's like they don't trust him. You know, they just don't trust him. Now they're going to go ahead and drop Sheffield. Sheffield's now going to start dropping back. Are they going to let this clock run down? No,
timeout.
Take the timeout right now. You see, one thing that's interesting is I think Ibarra is coming over to the sideline. He is looking at the sideline to get the play clock because the play clock on both ends of the field is not working.
Yeah, it's been off the entire game, so he's looking at the sideline. I don't know. He was looking at...
They have it coordinated somehow with the coaching staff.
They had 2 coaches he was looking at, and basically they said it's time for a timeout, trying to run some of the clock off. Don't give GP a lot of time. You know, 1:55 left in the half.
Gregory Portland, it trails by 8. Very excited after the big run by Justin Morales. It was a strange kind of breakdown in the defense. There was a big convergence of Tigers in that side of the field. Everybody was there, but it just seemed like nobody was able to get their hands on him. It was a very slow developing play, and all of a sudden, like I said, all of a sudden he just squirted out of this big mass of people. Like all of a sudden the sea parted, and all of a sudden he just took off.
He's surrounded by white jerseys, as you say, Stephen, and just kind of squirted out there. And then when he squirts, he's 2 or 3 yards past everybody, and they just can't catch him.
Before they even realized he was gone.
Right.
Exactly, he was gone. Ibarra going to kick it away now again. Sheffield is up tight, so they are going to run the short. Oh, they're going to call a penalty against the Carroll Tigers.
Yeah, somebody's leaning too much forward, and they just rolled over their stance. And
they're going to call illegal procedure against the Carroll Tigers. Dead ball. They did snap it to
number 20,
fullback Javier Herrera. Well, they gave it a good run. They tried something.
35-yard line.
I'm looking over at JT Tollett on the sideline. He's already stripped off his jersey, his pads, and they're putting a big ice pack on his right shoulder. He seems to be okay getting it.
Oh, that's it. Bad snap.
Over Ibarra. He picks it up. He's got time to kick it away. He will. But it goes straight up. It's going to be coming down. And it at least gets a smidgen of a Carroll bounce. And it'll actually work out to be a 2-yard punt.
Exactly. Bad snap over his head. He punts the ball from about the 8 to 10-yard line and punts it basically right to the line of scrimmage. Straight up, it rose to the line of scrimmage, so GP will have the ball.
In a situation like that, it could be worse.
Oh, yeah. So GP's ball on about the 37, 38-yard line of the Carroll Tigers. 1:39 left in the first half.
Let's see if Coach Holt pulls a few plays out of the deep parts of the playbook, see if he wants to find something. He's got slot left formation.
Tony Algard coming in late.
Keener rolls right. He wants to
have
somebody else in the field. He's got a man. It's going to be incomplete. Ibarra. No, it's actually Triber responds very quickly, realizing that Hudson was getting behind him and was able to cut off the play, was unable to get the ball through, and it will be second down.
Yeah, he had somebody open right down the middle also, but he chose number 34 for the Gregory Portland Wildcats and just couldn't get it to him.
He went with the man that was actually running with him towards the sideline instead of throwing back across his body to the middle. He never stopped. He threw on the run. It will stop the clock, though, with the incomplete pass. 1:34 remaining. First half. GP trying to see if they can get this one tied up. They trail 14-6. With a 2-point conversion and a touchdown, that would be possible. Keener has Griffith coming in motion.
Reverse.
Nobody out there. Nobody there. Houston Tower trying to come in late, but it's going to be
no way. They can't catch him.
5 touchdown. Justin Morales on the reverse. On the reverse. It was a pitch to Griffith. Griffith handed off to Morales going the exact opposite direction, and
nobody home.
Nobody was there. Houston Tower reacted late, was trying to get there, but there's too much speed from Justin Morales around the corner. And GP has made it a 2-point game, and I'm assuming we're going to have a 2-point conversion coming up.
Well, they've called a timeout there. Their GP side very excited. They called a timeout. They're going to see what they can do here to
Matter of fact, Coach Holt is out there pumping these guys up. He's jacking them in the shoulder pads, trying to get them all fired up, saying, great job. Now get us 2 points. Man, that's some enthusiasm. They got to play right when they needed it. Now the Carroll Tigers have got to regroup a little bit here, cannot get dejected, and you definitely don't want to let these guys have an opportunity at that 2-point conversion.
Right. You don't want them to go in and, you played a good first half or a good first quarter, and now they're tied 14-14, and it's just not what we want before halftime.
Let's see. And last time they ran the swinging gate, it was stuffed quickly by David Midyett. Let's see if they have something else in store for us. I'm telling you, that was a very well executed reverse, extremely well executed reverse.
Yeah, they're going to throw the kicking block off the field. They're just going to go with a regular formation, offensive formation, just straight out of huddle.
Not kidding anybody.
No, they're not going to even try to fool you. They're just going to go with the basic play here.
From the 3-yard line, they're going for the 2-point conversion. Keener. He's got Griffith in a wing right formation. Morales and Owens in the backfield. Keener under center. He wants to roll right. He's looking to throw. He's got a man. It's caught. It's good. 2-point conversion to Justin Morales. Brett Keener to Justin Morales, tying it up at 14 apiece. 1 minute and 25 seconds to go in the first half. A lot of the Carroll Tigers are looking at each other like, how did that happen? Whose man was that? Well, they can't start pointing fingers. They just got to knuckle down and play the D.
Yeah, it was a great offensive execution there. And, he was open in the right corner. for a 2-point conversion. So it ties the game at 14-14 with 1:25 left in the second quarter.
Wow. Wow. You thought that this game was, you know, in hand by the Carroll Tigers. They come out with 2 quick ones. Do you think the Tigers might have relaxed a little bit, thinking that, well, hell, I think we got this one kind of wrapped up early?
Yeah, they were going in for their third score to make it 21 or 20-0, and then they fumbled the ball, and then, you know, GP gets a little momentum, and a few series later and scores two quick touchdowns and has a great defensive stand. So it's going to be
two big plays. Two big plays,
and basically they say, hey, we can do this, and GP's done it, and now Carroll has to respond.
The Carroll Tigers, I think, outsize the Wildcats. They're definitely bigger than them. But I've always said this, and I was around this part of the territory when Bruce Bush was here at Gregory, Portland. And anytime, I'm a big fan of the wing T and slot T offense in a sense when you have a team that runs it well.
Right.
When you have a team that runs it very well and everybody knows their role, everybody carries out their fakes, the ball handling is exceptional from the quarterback. When you have that, it's a very difficult offense to defense because there's so much deception. And 2 plays here, well, in particular, the last play, the big score for the touchdown, was exactly what it was. It was deception. It was a lot of ball handling, and everybody did their part and got the big reverse to Morales. And we are in a situation now where it is tied up 14 apiece.
Smith and Sloan deep for the Carroll Tigers. Morales to kick.
And he gets a good kick, and it's going to be taken by Johnny Smith at the 9-yard line. Straight at the middle, 15, 20. Tries to get to the outside, 25. Breaks 30. Tries to get again. Now he'll be pulled down by Brandon Sheffield at the 30-yard line. Brandon Sheffield has made some good plays tonight, some good solid tackles.
Yeah, and some great runners there. He's got Mr. Johnny Smith and Frankie Morales on the open field, and that's tough to do.
Well, it'll be spotted. They're going to go ahead and mark it at the 31-yard line of the Carroll Tigers. 1:17 remaining in the first half. We're tied 14 all in the Battle of the Bridge. GP did not say die after those 2 scores. 2 receivers top side. Mark Miller under center. Frankie Morales in the backfield behind John Quintanilla, the fullback. It's going to be a pitch following the block of Quintanilla. Oh, taken down for a loss. Frankie Morales trying to come around the left side. Number 28, Eric Wooten, coming up, and it will be a loss of a yard, maybe 2. Just like they guessed right, John Quintanilla there were 2 guys there. He could only block one of them.
Right.
And Wooten was able to take down Frankie Morales.
Blue and black, let's go.
Once again, Mark Miller goes ahead and takes the signals from the sideline. Clock continues to wind. We're at 47 seconds remaining in the first half. Leo Salone wide to the right side. 2 receivers top side. It's going to go Frankie Morales right at the gut. They're going to go ahead and play a little ball control. It looks like if they're going to give them something, that'll be the case. It is stopped after about a 3-yard gain, right up the middle.
That'll be third and about 8 from the about 32-yard line with 22 seconds left in the first half.
I would think in that situation on this 3rd down, I thought maybe Gregory Portland would take a timeout.
Yeah, but I think they're happy with the situation right now.
As well?
Yeah, go in 14-14. It's been a good half for them.
Well, it's winding down. 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Miller getting under center. 3, trying to get a playoff. 2, 1. He does get the playoff. He wants to throw. He is rolling to his right side. Here comes pressure. He gets it loose, and it is going to be a penalty flag, and it might be offensive. I'm not sure. The clock has run out in the first half, but it was a jump ball situation, and they were jockeying for position, the defensive back and the wide receiver. The half cannot stop on a defensive penalty, so that's what we're waiting for. Nobody has left the sidelines, no matter what the clock says. It's going to be against Carroll. That will be, I'm assuming, declined, and that will run out the first half. 14-14 the score. It is tight in the Battle of the Bridge here in Portland, Texas, Wildcat Stadium. Well, I'll tell you one thing. The Tigers came out smoking. They came out really playing hard and making some big plays. But in the second quarter, Gregory Portland does the exact thing, turns it around, and is able to.
But throwing the ball.
Here come the Carroll Tigers back onto the field. Led by Johnny Smith, Adam Ibarra. trying to get pumped up, trying to get a little enthusiastic. You know, they had to be a bit dejected going into the locker room after the Gregory Portland Wildcats were able to score 2. Wildcats come on back onto the field as well. Hey, like we said, it's 0-0. In my book, it's 0-0. Third quarter about to get underway in just a few moments. As you recall, the Carroll Tigers received to open the game. The Gregory Portland Wildcats, I believe, will receive to open the second half. So they're the ones who's going to have another opportunity. And let's see if they can pull a few more tricks out of the sleeve, see if they can catch the Tiger defense. But the way I see it,
Farmers Insurance and Patty Camp Crane of Gas Real Estate will be presenting the Battle of the Bridge Trophy this evening on behalf of the Portland Chamber of Commerce. This is the 7th consecutive year for the Battle of the Bridge Trophy, and it will be awarded to the winning
Put it in my pocket.
through the ball game.
Quit buzzing for right now.
last week, some of the stats. Frankie Morales had a great rushing week, 15 attempts, 123 yards, 1 touchdown long of 41 yards. Johnny Smith had a 48-yard run, 12 carries for 86 yards. They each had a touchdown, as well as the quarterback Mark Miller, who was also outstanding and well, let me see, I'm trying to remember. No, Frankie had a total of 109, Johnny 79, and Mark Miller also 79 yards on the ground last week. So big on the rushing. Big rushing last week for the Carroll Tigers. They need to get some of that here in the second half.
Castro to kick.
Castro to kick. Back deep is going to be Sheffield and Griffith, and it's going to Griffith. That's actually going to go out of bounds. So will Gregory Portland take it on the 35?
I think they will. That's great field position to start the second half. Don't take a chance of fumbling and they're losing the ball. So 35 is a great field position to start.
I think also Coach Morris does have a lot of confidence in his defense, so I don't think he's too dejected not giving them an opportunity to get a big run back. And, well, they're going to discuss this. GP's offense has not come to the field yet, so they may be doing something different. They may make them kick this again, because there's a discussion on the sideline between the coaching staff and, matter of fact, is the offense coming out?
Offense on the field.
Okay, offense is coming. They took their time and discussed it.
Carroll defense has been on the field for a few seconds. They're waiting to start the second half.
Well, we're going to get this one underway. Ball is actually spotted on the 30-yard line, not the 35, excuse me. And it will be GP ball. Defense trying to get revved up, splitting wide to the right side. Hutzel. Wide left is going to be Rios. Tight formation, keeper, Brett Keener, right side. Bumps into his own man. He bumps into his own man, Justin Morales, but goes down. I think what happened was the defensive man drove his running back Morales into the quarterback, and he was knocked down at that point.
Yeah, Michael Cap's got great penetration, just bulldozed his man and pushed him back about 3 or 4 yards, and Keener couldn't get around, got caught in his feet, and lost about those 3 or 4 yards. So it'll be 2nd and 14. Great job by the defense to start the second half.
Well, you are correct. It is going to be a loss of 4 yards. 2nd down 14, as you mentioned, from the 26-yard line of Gregory Portland. GP has it. Tied at 14. He wants to throw. Keener looking down the field. He's got a man down the middle. Kane. He has got it. Stephen Kane. 40, 35, 30, 25. Coming from behind is going to be Triber. Takes him down at the 6-yard line. But Stephen Kane on the big pass from Brett Keener. Play originated at the 26-yard line. Is down at the 6-yard line.
That is correct. He went basically up the seam. Nobody watched him go by. He got behind the defense and just nice pass and great catch and all the way down to the 6-yard line.
65-yard play. Wow. Well, Gregory Portland looks like they were the one who want to be the ones to put points on the board first. They're in a T formation. 3 men in the backfield. Keener, keeper himself. Tries to get to the right side. Cuts in. He'll take it down at the 3-yard line. A lot of misdirection. Turns his back completely to the defense. Has people crossing behind him. You don't know where the ball is going to end up. Then Keener pulls out himself, turns to his right side, and moves on. Fortunately for the Carroll Tigers, he was taken down, but he does look apparently like he's closer to the 2-yard line.
Yeah, he gained 4 yards there, knocked down by Chris Moran and Alex Hall, but after a gain of 4 yards, so it's 2nd 2 from the 2-yard line.
From the 2-yard line, man in motion, Griffith.
He
Keeper
keeps it.
again. No, it's going to be a pitch to Griffith. Griffith is going to be stuffed, though. Keener does pitch it and turns immediately to lead block, but was stuffed was Gilbert Griffith. He tried to follow the quarterback Keener after the pitch, but I believe Michael Capps was in there to go ahead and fill that hole. It will be 3rd down, goal to goal from the 1. He will gain a yard on the play. 3rd down, Tiger defense has got to get tough. Let's see what the Wildcats have in store. As I said before, in this offensive style, there's so much misdirection. It's very hard to track the ball. Wings set up each side, fullback.
Chris
Going
Owens.
to go to Owens, and he's going to be stuffed, I believe. No signal from the officials. It will be 4th down. At least at this point, we do not have a signal. The fullback was stuffed. He might get a half yard, but he is not in the end zone. It is 4th down. Coach Holt steps a few yards onto the field to talk to his
They're
quarterback.
going to go for it, Stephen.
Yeah, they absolutely are. They're talking to Keener and talking to Rios, the wideout. They're going to come back. The Tiger faithful are on their feet, trying to get the defense pumped up. It is on the half-yard line. Gregory Portland, 4th down, goal to goal. Brett Keener, the quarterback, under center. Are they going to go the sneak?
I think they're going to have to
It
pull
is
it
gonna be
outside.
Keener.
They haven't gone anywhere up the middle.
Gilbert Griffith following the quarterback, and he's going to take it in. Gilbert Griffith, once again, similar play where he pitches, turns, and goes ahead and leads the blocking for the running back, Griffith.
Right behind that right tight end there on the right side. He got a little outside and gained a yard there for a touchdown. With about 8:53 in the 3rd quarter, 1-yard run. The big play was that 60-yard pass from quarterback to Stephen Kane, and that got him all the way down to the 6-yard line.
Well, it's going to set up the extra point. Justin Morales to kick it away. Good snap. But it's down. Almost got to it. And it is no good. Wide right. A lot of pressure from the Carroll Tigers. The extra point is no good. That could come back to haunt the Wildcats later in this ball game. Let me go ahead and thank some more of those sponsors and make sure that we are on the air each and every week bringing you Carroll Tiger football. J.C. Penney at Padre Staples Mall is proud to be a sponsor of the Corpus Christi Independent School District athletic programs. Also, William D. Bonilla and David Bonilla salute and support the Carroll Tigers in this football campaign. Between them, William and David have over 60 years of experience in practicing law. They put this experience to use for their clients as they endeavor to achieve
Well, now then, tees up the ball, getting ready to kick off for the Wildcats. Deep for the Tigers. Deep for the Tigers is number 8.
First lead of the night, 20-14 over the Carroll Tigers. It is tough stuff. Gregory Portland with the big play from Keener to Stephen Kane. Found a seam up the middle, and it was a great lead pass. Caught Kane right in stride, and fortunately, well, we hoped it was going to be fortunately. Michael Schreiber was able to stop him before he gets to the end zone. The Wildcats do, in 4 plays, put it into the end zone, thus giving them the 6-point lead. Extra point, no good. Tigers must respond. Salone and Johnny Smith back deep at their own 5. Kicking it away, once again, Justin Morales. High kick. Going to be coming up short. Leo Salone's going to be taking it up the 20, 25. Getting up to the 30, hit. 34-yard line is where he'll be taken down.
About the 39-yard line.
39, excuse me, I am
5 yards off.
5 yards off.
There's one hash here in the middle.
5 yards off. That sounds like my wedge game with the golf, you know. I mean,
More like 25 yards off.
well, 5 sounded pretty good for a minute there.
Here we go. We'll start this.
Thanks
First
for
series
undermining
Carroll.
me there. You undermined me on my golf game. I appreciate that.
No, you're a great golfer.
Oh, yeah, whatever you say. 2 receivers right side. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line of the Carroll Tigers. I formation. Quintanilla in motion, the fullback. He's going to go
Frankie up the
Morales. There is Gregory Portland Wildcats there to meet him as he gets about 4 yards. Actually was able to split the seam of a couple of them and get those 4 yards. It looked like that the defense was going to close the door early, but he was able to split the first 2.
That is correct. He looked like he was going to be caught behind the line of scrimmage. It had great effort at scheming through there and got about 5 yards, 4.5, 5 yards. So it'll be 2nd and about 5.5.
Two receivers once
right.
again, twins to the right side. Offset eye left. Quintanilla comes in motion back in front. He works his way back out. Once again, Frankie Morales tries to get a seam. He jumps over the 45, tries to get to the 46. It'll be 3rd down and 3 upcoming. I believe, who is that coming? The last man off the bottom. I think that's number 68 once again. 68, Fred Vela, the linebacker for Gregory Portland. Actually, they're going to spot it right at the 45-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and 4.
This is going to be a big play here for Carroll Tiger offense.
Offensive line has got to create some holes and take some hard running from his running backs. We'll see if Miller has got something up his sleeve. Maybe we have an option play of some kind. 3rd and 4. In motion, Quintanilla once again. Following the pulling.
Be a penalty.
Yeah, they're going to say that the line moved a bit early.
Yeah,
again, you saw the left side coming across, trying to pull and lead the way for Frankie Morales, but they left the line a bit early.
Yeah, there's going to be a motion on Carroll Tigers. They'll move back 5, so it'll be a good 3rd and about 9 there.
Yes, it will. 3rd and 9 from the 40-yard line. Carroll Tigers did this a number of times last week in 3rd down. A tough penalty. A tough penalty putting them in a bad position. That is going to be the case here. But this time they're deep in they're in their own territory at the 40. Two receivers right side once again. Quintanilla and Morales in the backfield. Morales. He takes off. Miller, he wants to throw. He rolls.
He's open.
He's got a man. It's Leo Salone. It is caught for the first down. He is down. He did hit a knee, but he caught a beautiful strike from Mark Miller for the first down. A 14-yard pass by Miller, a strike between the numbers to Leo Salone. Salone was on his knees when he caught it. He got up instinctively and took off down the field, but the officials were on top of the play. But the chains do move. Clutch 3rd down play.
Right. Great execution by the offense there. Great pass, great protection, and also a great catch by Leo Salone. So they'll move the change, and it'll be 1st and 10 from about GP's 47.
You can feel that sigh of relief coming from the sidelines right there. Eddie Amaya and Leo Salone in the pattern. Option play. Mark Miller. He's going to take it himself. Tries to get around the corner. 40, 35, 30.
He's too fast.
20. And touchdown, Mark Miller. Mark Miller scores from 47 yards out, keeping it himself around the left end on the option. Miller, you're right. He is I know he's not done at sprinter speed. He is a sprinter on the Carroll track team.
He is the first leg of that sprint relay. Also runs 100, 200. Once he got around that corner, he, as you can see, put it in 2nd gear there and just went a little too fast.
Well, I tell you, Mark Miller, he handled that drive. He got that big pass to Leo Salone on 3rd down to get the first. And then Coach Morris called his number as he went around the left side, 47 yards out. Ed Escada for the extra point. Bad snap. Bad snap. The ball is down. And Castro is going to, actually it bobbles, and the ball is going to be down. We are tied again. 20-20. A bad snap, a high snap. And needless to say, we are tied up again.
Tied again. 6:30 left in the 3rd quarter. Carroll had a great drive, but just couldn't execute the point after and failed to get that 1 point. That's going to be very crucial at the end, so it's 20-20, Stephen.
Let me remind everybody about more of our sponsors here, the great folks at Church's Fried Chicken. Their 2nd year here with the Carroll Tigers in our radio broadcast. We sincerely appreciate their support. Again, Church's Fried Chicken always running some great specials all the time.
Okay, now how about that wallpaper we were just talking about earlier? That would be cool, right? Okay, we need one of y'all to come down here and lead the crowd in the way. Don't be shy now. You want to do it? Okay.
Football team during the 1999 football campaign. Let's go Tigers all the way to state. Once again, continued thanks for your support and hard work. Danny Tower, attorney at law.
Y'all get ready to stand up and show your spirit.
Well, I'll tell you, one of those speaker systems work real well in this booth. They work, the cheerleaders, it's like they're behind me almost.
Go, go, go.
Well, we're going to get this one underway. Number 1, Marco Castro is going to kick it. Gregory Portland scores first, then Carroll. It's going to be taken to the 15-yard line on the kick. It's going to be Griffith. Griffith is going to be taken down. I believe Kyle O'Connell is holding on tight, won't let him go. He will scoot his way to the 35. Completing the play, coming off, is going to be number 17, Ronald Midyett. As Kyle O'Connell held on, Midyett helped clean up the play.
Yeah, Kyle O'Connell is also backup linebacker at all three positions. A great tackler. Ball on the 35-yard line to start their second series this second half.
Well, it's going to be at the 35-yard line. The big pass was the play for Gregory Portland last time. Let's see what they have in store in this series. From the 35-yard line, Keener under center. He's got a slot right formation. Keener keeping it himself. Trying to turn it, breaks a tackle, gets to the 40-yard line, gain of 5. Keener is a nifty runner and really knows how to protect that ball. You see him make the moves. He makes that quick turn up the field, finds the seam, and you see he's got both hands wrapped around that ball. He does not want that thing to pop free. Houston Tower's going to come to the sideline, get a little attention from Coach Guzman, the athletic trainer.
Yeah,
I think the way he's holding his calf, he might be cramping up.
Yeah, it's a cramp there.
Yeah, you can see his calf is all just tight as can be from here. It is a cramp, but you expect that early in the season with all the humidity and the heat that we have. On second down, Keener gives it to the fullback, Owens. Owens will be stuffed after a 2-yard gain.
Looks like Mr. Gray on the bottom there also.
Christopher Gray, and also on top we have
Mr. Bennett.
And Aguilar, Tony Aguilar as well.
Yeah, number 32, Mr. Bennett. Great job there with Mr. Gray, Antoine.
And the interior of the line makes the play. They do gain 2, though. It'll be 3rd down and 3 at the 42-yard line of Gregory Portland. GP has it on 3rd. 5:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. We are tied at 20. 20 apiece in the Battle of the Bridge. We're in Portland, Texas, Wildcat Stadium. The Carroll Tigers need a big defensive stop on this series.
3rd and 3.
T formation, 3 men in the backfield. Keener calling the signals, trying to draw him off, does not happen. Keener trying to keep himself, drives forward.
Might be a little short.
Might be a little short depending on the spot. Let's see where Keener was finally taken down. They have the ball sitting right at the 45-yard line. Did Keener put it there or did the officials? It seems to be a hair short of the 45, so there should be no doubt in my mind. I think they will be short.
Yeah, I think they're going to be short here, but they're going to measure. No measurement.
No measurement. They can tell just because the chains are on the opposite side of the 45-yard line. The ball's nose is on the short side.
Yeah, so they're going to go for it here. It'll be 4th and a few inches here.
This is a tough play. If they were to be unsuccessful, they give up the ball in their own territory. Slot right formation. Keener gives the ball to Griffith. Griffith does get the first down, gets all the way to the 50, close to the 49-yard line of the Carroll Tigers. Griffith worked his way down, just kind of felt his way down the line, shoulder to the lineman, and then found the seam and worked his way forward.
Yeah, it's a 5-yard gain, so the ball is basically at the 50-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the GP Wildcats. They're on a move again. Carroll's going to have to put a little defensive stand here. They're going to have to really tighten up here.
I am very impressed with the Gregory Portland Wildcats. Obviously, they had a great week 1. They're playing extremely well here, and I think they're going to be a definite threat in that 4A district. Keener on first down. Keeper himself. Fakes a handoff. Alex Hall takes him and rides him to the ground after a 3-yard gain. Keeps driving him towards the sideline, but once Alex Hall's on your back, it's pretty much over.
Yeah, Alex Hall and Houston Tower just kind of brought him down there together, and it was a great job. But he gained good 3 yards, Stephen.
It is going to be 2nd down and 7. They're doing a little at a time, little chunks, and then they pull some surprise. That's what's been the key for Gregory Portland. They've been able to pull that surprise play, that reverse earlier, the big pass in the last series. Let's see what they have in store. Slot right formation once again. Keener, the quarterback, has Morales and Griffith in the back. No, Owens in the backfield. Excuse me. He's going to go to
right
the back middle. He is going to be stuffed. He is going to be stuffed. That is a big play. Going to make a long 3rd down effort. I believe that was the Bennett's.
Right,
32 and 24, the twins. Andre
yeah,
and
number
Antoine.
24, Andre, and number 32, Antoine Bennett. Basically got together and said, let's stop this. We'll do it. If we need help, we'll get help from the rest of the Tigers. But it was a great job by those 2 brothers.
Clock continues to wind. 3:02 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 20-20 the score. But now we have a long 3rd down play in Carroll territory. GP has it at the 47. It is going to be 3rd down and 7. Same formation. Griffith and Owens in the backfield. Keener keeps it himself. But he is good. Oh, he breaks free. 45. Cuts back. He's going to be taken short. Oh, Houston Tower. He slipped the tackle of Houston Tower. Brett Keener once again turned his back completely to the defense. Once again, and was able to roll out of it, find a seam. Tower was on top of it, but slid off his back.
Yeah, just basically a misdirection. Everybody moves to the right. He turns and faces the right, and then he turns back and goes left, the opposite direction, and everybody goes with the flow, and nobody can see him. And basically at about 8.5, 9 yards, so it'll be 4th and very short again. And the GP Wildcats will go for it on 4th down.
They're creating opportunities on 4th down. They're having to use 4 downs to get there, but they're using them. One man in the backfield, two wings in alignment. In motion comes Griffith.
Justin with a toss.
Morales play the
No
play. He is going to be
Tony
stopped.
Aguilar.
Tony Aguilar dragging Gilbert Griffith back, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, lost 2 yards there.
Tony Aguilar head up, face mask in the chest of the running back Griffith, and started driving him backwards.
Yeah, great tackle right there. Basically, he put his shoulder pads under his. Low man wins there, and he just drove him back. Couldn't get anywhere.
Tony Aguilar had a great year last year as a sophomore, taking the place of David Midyett when he went down with the knee injury. Got a tremendous amount of experience playing with a great defense, and he is a tremendous asset for this year and wait till his senior year. Can you imagine what kind of player he'll be then? On first down for the Carroll Tigers. Miller wants to start alone on a post.
Open.
He's got him. Post, 25, 20, 15,
He's going to get to the end zone. It
10,
looks like
5. No call yet. No call yet.
No, they didn't give it to him. He's about a yard short. Oh.
They're going to say he's on the 1 yard line. The ball popped free. There were some people fighting for it, but the ground cannot cause a fumble.
Yeah, he's down at the 1 yard line.
The ground cannot cause a fumble. The ball hit the ground, but it is going to be Carroll's ball. A great play from Mark Miller.
Action pass there. Kind of steps to the line of scrimmages, takes 3 steps back, throws it Sloan right open in the middle, and goes all the way down to the 1 yard line.
57 yards, they get a score. They go 56 yards.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on the 1 yard. Well, actually, they're going to spot it on the 2.
They're talking about it, Stephen. If I had to make the call, Stephen, it's a touchdown. The official wasn't there.
One of the problems with the officials was, you see, he tried to get away from the play.
Yeah,
the
he had
whole
to
play
stop.
started coming at him, and he tried to duck out of the way and was unable to keep up with the play at that point.
Yeah, nobody back there to make the call, so basically they downed it at the 2 yard line.
But Mark Miller with a great toss, a
Yeah.
beautiful one, catching Leo Salone in stride. It is going to be a minute 30. Well, I think there's an issue with the clock. The clock had been continuing to run. Is that what's going on?
I haven't been watching.
Now,
They're running
okay.
it.
Now they're running it. Okay. Well, the ball is going to be spotted at the 2. It was actually a 54-yard pass from Miller.
Herrera, Quintanilla, and
Salone.
Smith in the backfield.
Offset. Power line formation.
Penalty.
We got movement. We got movement against the Carroll Tigers.
I don't know. I think GP jumped. I saw 2 guys go forward and then move back. I think this one might be on GP. I don't know.
Nope, that's what they're going to say. They're going to say it's against the Carroll Tigers and moving it back 5.
Offsides. They're not lining up, it looks like. They're kind of moving offsides. They're
Okay.
checking in. Sloan and Emery checks in. Emery's coming back out. Sloan's going in.
Okay, they changed the whole play. Again, they had 3 running backs in the play. They're going to pull Quintanilla back out, go with 2 running backs, and bring in a second receiver.
Yeah, basic new formation here.
So instead of having it first down goal to go from the 2, it's first down goal to go from the 7. Miller at quarterback. Johnny Smith in the backfield with Herrera.
Practice, Johnny Smith.
He's got room. He's going to try and turn it up.
goes.
He powers his way. About the 1 foot line.
He's
but
short.
he really did a great job. The little man, Johnny Smith, showed a little power there.
Oh, yeah, he was driving his legs, stayed low to the ground, didn't let them get to his shoulder pads, kind of stayed low, didn't let them hit him. And he was just driving his leg. He kind of landed on somebody and then tried to roll over him, but I guess they called him down there. So he's at the 1 yard line.
They got a lot of that yardage back. That, again, another sigh of relief from the sideline. Johnny Smith, 5'6", 150-pound junior. Not real big, but now they're bringing that power I formation once again.
We moved again on the left side.
Oh, and the coaching staff is not happy on the Carroll sideline.
You've been at the 1, you move back. You've been at the 2, you move back. You know, we're going forward, backward.
Little frustration right here.
Yeah, so be at the 6 yard line now.
Once again,
Second
now
down.
it's 2nd down and 6. Right now they're having to run a lot of plays from a goal situation.
And this probably be the last play for the 3rd quarter. About 15 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Same power I formation. In motion goes Herrera, the fullback. He's going to go. Keeper Miller, 5. Jumps up, tries to dig his way through. He'll get back to the 1. It'll be 3rd down and 1 upcoming. Goal to goal. 3rd down and goal to go from the 1.
Yeah,
Clock winds out. It is the end of the 3rd quarter. 20-20 the score. The Carroll Tigers will have the ball at the 1, trying to get in the end zone. Now they got to avoid that penalty. Get themselves an opportunity to punch it in from that 1 yard line. The Carroll fans pretty excited, though. It was a very action-packed 3rd quarter. The Carroll Tigers score first, followed by Gregory Portland. The Carroll Tigers now working the ball down the field, and they have another opportunity themselves. Let's see if they can knock it out. Let me go ahead and remind you of the fantastic sponsors. I can talk about them all day because they so well deserve it. Let me remind you, folks, it is easier to buy a new car or truck from Crosstown Ford than from any other dealer. With their helpful sales staff, huge selection, and the best service available, shopping for your new vehicle is...
Tigers, let's go, go, Big Blue. Tigers, let's go, go, Big Blue.
1 yard line.
Tigers, let's go, Big Blue. Let's hear it. Tigers, let's go, Big Blue.
5-1. Again, sincere thanks to all of these folks that make this possible. Without them, this broadcast is impossible. And we are making strides. Our second year with the Carroll High School broadcast here exclusively. The only team doing it in CCSD. We're very proud of that fact. Third down, goal-to-goal, power I formation from the 1 yard line. John Quintanilla, the fullback, in motion. It's going to go. Miller's got a man. Miller's got his man. Quintanilla, touchdown. Quintanilla, he rolls right. He comes out of his motion, works his way outside. Patented pro play, you see it all the time. You fake the dive, the fullback going up the middle, quarterback rolls, finds the option, finds the motion man in the corner. Quintanilla was there, great hands, pulls it in, touchdown, Carroll Tigers.
Yeah, great fake there also by the quarterback, kind of tucked the ball like he was going to hand it off. Oh, Quintanilla just slides into the flat right about 1 yard into the end zone and caught the ball for a touchdown.
Interesting play call. That was an interesting play call, but it worked to perfection for Coach Morris. Coach Morris wants to take a timeout.
Yeah, they're a little
He wants to take a timeout. They got some confusion right now. They're wanting to call the timeout. Nobody seems to see the coaching. The coaching staff right now is they're yelling for the timeout, and now they're going to get it. Now they're going to get it. There was some confusion. I see Johnny Smith and John Quintanilla, I think they were setting up to go for 2.
Yeah, they are. They're going to set up and go for 2, but I think a few key personnel walked off thinking that they're not on the point after attempt, so they walked off and not knowing that the staff wanted to go for 2, so they had to call a timeout, get everything settled, and, get the right play in with the first offensive unit there. So it's a timeout with 1:56 in the fourth quarter.
Well, this Battle of the Bridge has lived up to its history. It has been exciting all the way through, 26-20, Carroll going for its extra point. The way we see it, we think they're going for 2. Right now, let me remind you, of course, about the good folks at Southwestern Bell Wireless. Southwestern Bell Wireless provides the equipment we have to be sure to put this on the air, get this to our station. We started here. Southwestern Bell Wireless, thank you once again.
They're going to go for 2 here.
I think that's right. I think it is going to be. Yeah, Mark Miller is in the game, so it's official now. They're going to go for 2. It is spotted at the 3 yard line. 11:56 remaining in the ball game. Just getting the fourth quarter underway. GP trails by 6. Carroll Tigers trying to punch it in. In motion, Herrera once again from the full house backfield.
Option.
Miller, option. Takes it himself.
He scores.
He's in there for 2. Mark Miller, the quarterback, keeps it himself around the left side. 2-point conversion for the Carroll Tigers. 28-20 with 11:56 remaining in the action. Whoa, well, that timeout seemed to be just. It seemed to be very just. They had a chance to talk about it, be sure that everybody was on the right page, and I'm sure that every coach over there said, if you move, you're going to run laps for days.
Yeah, they really had the right play called there and did a good job and went up by 8 points, so that puts a lot of pressure on defense. They not only have to score, but they have to convert on their 2-point conversion if they want to tie the game. But there's still a lot of time, Stephen. Anything can happen with 11:56. You can go up and down 3 or 4 times here. And the way the offense has been playing on both sides, that's possible. It can happen. There are a lot of big plays tonight, long passes, long
really
runs.
has been.
It's been very exciting for everybody here in the stands and everybody standing around the stadium. So, it's going to be a great.
I've enjoyed the game tremendously. There's nothing like these.
first quality personnel and, you know, see what happens. Castro to kick deep for the Carroll Tigers.
We got Griffith and Sheffield back deep. This is going to come up short, and I believe will be taken
By
at
number
the 20-yard
23.
by number 23. That's Gary Hernandez, and he'll be stopped after maybe getting 2-3 yards.
Yeah,
good coverage. Kyle O'Connell, 45, as well as Louis Luna, number 53.
Also, Mr. Ronald Meadjet, not David Ronald there. So all three of them got a little piece there, and it's basically on the 27-yard line for the GP Wildcats. That's one of the better defensive stands there, starting inside the 30.
Yeah, great coverage by the kickoff unit, only allowing about a 3-yard return. It was a short kick, but he's kicking into the wind, taken by the second line deep. He's putting out wide to the right side. It's going to be Tony Rios, swingman, wide receiver for Gregory Portland. Man in motion is going to be Griffith. The quarterback Keener's going to pick. Fumble, and Carroll Tigers have it. Again, they tried the reverse. They go to the well one time too many, and they fall on it. Does the Carroll Tigers? Was that Michael Capps who fell on the ball?
That is correct, Michael Capps. They basically went to the same play they scored on earlier with Morales to basically hand it off. Then he pitches it on the reverse, and they're going the other way, and that's the wide side of the field, and it just didn't work that time. They lost the handle. Michael Capps is on it, so Carroll gets the ball in great field position, basically on the 25-yard line here.
They went to the well one time too many, and as I said, the offense is as good as the ball handling is, and if there's a miscue, it can be disastrous, and that is what happened to Gregory Portland. We got three receivers in the game: Salone, Emery, and Tillett. Tillett and Emery up to the top side. In motion comes Quintanilla, the fullback. He is going to go to Quintanilla. Quintanilla is going to keep spinning over the 20, keeps going all the way to the 15. Great individual effort. John Quintanilla just like a pinball bouncing off defenders.
He worked hard for those 11 yards. Got hit, spun the other way, got hit, went the other way, and just gained a first down there for the Carroll Tigers. And he worked hard for those 10.5 yards. They're going to measure, but I think he has a first down there, Stephen.
That is a great run on first down.
Tillet's back in the game.
You got the mascots going at it. The Wildcat and the Tiger. Whoa!
Yeah, they're putting on a show for the little kids down there. Oh, they're going a few rounds here. I think the fight's next week. Oh, De La Hoya and Trinidad, but I think they're warming up the crowd here.
Well, they are moving the chain, so it is official. It is a first down. Ball at the 15-yard line. I want to really tell you real quick, I didn't get a chance at the halftime, and I'm going to be killed for it if I don't say it. The mascot working so hard and entertaining the crowd for the Carroll Tigers. Kathy Hayaker, second year in mascot. She's doing a fantastic job. Frankie Morales gets over the 10. Just straight play, dive play from the quarterback to Frankie Morales. Follows over the left tackle and gets about 5 to 6 yards on the first down. Closer to 8 yards. I take that all back. It's about 8-yard gain. Second down and 2 coming up from the 7-yard line.
Yeah, he was running straight downhill there. Went straight north and south and hit that hole hard and hit it fast. And
he really did.
You don't see it, but he's gained 8 yards before you know it, before he's got hit. So they're inside the 10. They're on the 7-yard line with 2nd and 2.
Three receivers once again. Salone on the left side. Tillett and Emery on the top right side. It's going to go Quintanilla, going to get to the 5. Boy, is he taken down hard.
He's bulldozed there. He's got bull rushed there.
Big play, number 57, Mark Arguello for the Gregory, for Gregory Portland. I don't even know if I had him on the depth chart here. 57, I did not have him on the depth chart, but I got him off the roster. Man, he took Quintanilla by the top side and drove him backwards. That was a tough play. It's only a gain of 1, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 for the Carroll Tigers.
Foster and Amaya check in. They're double tight situation here. Broken bone.
In motion goes Quintanilla, and then they're going to follow 2 blockers. That's Frankie Morales. Upended. He is flipped, completely flipped, but does get enough for the first down.
Yeah, he went airborne there. It looked really bad, but he left his feet, got hit at his feet, and just kind of did a half flip there.
Frankie, he's one of those guys that can bounce off walls, man. He likes that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, he's playing hard tonight, just like, GP's playing hard, and all the kids on both sides are playing good tonight.
So the ball is spotted at the 2-yard line. I think he was hit at the 5 and did a forward flip all the way to the 2.
Yeah, give him a 10 on that flip.
9:50 remaining. Carroll trying to knock in one more score, try and stretch this lead. Here we go again. There is in motion again on the
left side here.
On the left side of the line. 9:46 remaining in the game. 8-point lead for the Carroll Tigers, 28-20. Ball was spotted on the 2. They'll move it back 5. It'll be first down, goal to goal from the 7-yard line. We've seen this situation before And I'm sure the Carroll coaches hoped that they had rectified the problem.
Yeah, just basic concentration, focus on your assignment, focus on the snap count. They're just not getting it done.
Same power I formation. Once again, Quintanilla goes in motion.
Oh, ball on the ground, tosses it.
Slow, delayed toss. Frankie Morales,
He scores.
does it by himself. And the rhythm of the play was completely shot. He's got the ball went to the ground. He picked it up off the ground, still got it to Morales. It was the total delay pitch, and Morales was able to outsprint them to the right corner, cuts back inside, and takes it in untouched. Well, I'll tell you one thing, that wasn't exactly the way they drew it up on the chalkboard, I can promise you that.
Yeah.
They had a skater to kick the extra point. I think Castro on the hold. Last time they had a miscue. Good snap, good hold, good kick. That makes the score 35-20. The Carroll Tigers lead over the Gregory Portland Wildcats. 9:23 remaining in the fourth quarter. Well, miscue by so one thing, there hasn't been that. Has there been, except for the fumble on the one for the Carroll Tigers? I think that was the first turnover for Gregory Portland, and that again just similar. I think both teams scored after turnovers, even though I think Gregory Portland, they had to go to the 90+, but they got the job done, and Carroll is able to punch it in themselves. But really, there hasn't been that many miscues in that relation.
No, not at all, Steven. A couple of turnovers by each team and caused some points for GP, so that puts them in a hole because Carroll did capitalize, GP capitalized early, but, as you say, they built up a 15-point margin here with only 9:23 left in the entire game. So it's going to be tough, and it's possible, but they've kind of shot themselves in the foot there with that turnover on that, trying to run that reverse there.
Well, the Tigers are able to capitalize and convert. Problems they had in the second quarter, they were unable to do such. Marco Castro is going to kick this one away. Back deep once again is going to be Sheffield and Gilbert Griffith. Second tier coming up again. It's going to go to, it's going to get over there. It's going to be, ball is loose, but Griffith picks it up. Griffith tries to get a return on it. And man on the play is going to be number 80. Is that 83? Yes, it is. Number 83. That is Michael Emery, the wide receiver, in on the special teams. Griffith had got a terrible bounce. He thought he was going to get it on the one hop. It actually took a backwards bounce towards the Tigers. And he's actually fortunate that he got to pick it up and make a move. And I'm sure the coaches would have preferred, honestly, if he would have just flopped right on top of it and just regained control. I mean, it's kind of risky trying to pick up that bouncing, oblong, egg-shaped kind of ball. Receivers to each side. Griffith is slot left. Fullback, lone setback. Keener wants to throw. He's going to throw. Hutzel is the intended receiver off his hands. Number 21 for the Carroll Tigers, John Monin, was trying to get the deflection, but their coverage by Triber was tight and off the hands of Hutzel.
Yeah, just about about 12-yard stop inside Carroll there, trying to get it up the middle, and just a little high, went off his hands, and not a catchable ball there. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line.
Sitting here watching some of the guys on the sideline, pretty excited. I think some of those special teamers are still excited about the play on the last side. Better calm down, guys. A lot of football to be played. Griffith in the slot left. Keener
on the ground.
Ball is on the ground. Mr. Bennett picks up Keener and puts him on his back. I believe Gregory Portland picked up the loose ball, but man, did Antoine Bennett get in the backfield quickly and put it to Brett Keener.
Oh, Mr. Bennett's back there before he had time to bring the ball up to throw. He knocked it out of his hands. The ball bounces 2 or 3 times and rolls back for about a 9-10 yard loss there, but still GP ball. But he was back there so fast he looked like he was the running back.
Really,
he said, I'm going to grab the ball first. And
okay, they're sending, Christopher Gray came out and actually put him back in. They were short a man. Houston Tower counting bodies real quick. He's always one trying to make the calls on the, always trying to keep things going.
5
on third down and long, 3rd down and 20. Keener rolling left. Towers after him. Gets rid of it. Finds a man. Hutzel. He is going to take a man and go all the way to the 40. He'll get a first down by 1 yard.
That is correct, Stephen. He rode out to the left side, threw against his body, but he's in the flat for about 8-10 yards away, maybe 12 yards away, and he ran the rest of it on his own and gained about 19-20 yards there.
He might have got that one extra yard when a comeback block by Stephen Kane, number 16, who came back into the play when the defender was starting to ride on Hutzel. He gave him a shot and might have allowed him to get free for that extra yard to get the first down.
It's going to be close, Stephen. I think he might have been out of bounds.
We called it a first down from here, but we were a little premature. They haven't measured this yet, and they're bringing the chains from the opposite side.
Yeah, he might have stepped out of bounds. We're on the other end, so we couldn't really see that far. And so it's going to be very close. So
and it is going to be short. It is going to be short by about 6 inches.
And it's fourth down.
You're trailing by 2. You're in the fourth quarter, 8 minutes. It's an obvious call. They're going to go for it. It's a tough call, but, Coach Holt, he's a gambling man.
You know him better than I do, so.
Brett Keener coming back into the game. When you're trailing by 2 and it's in the fourth, and he does have confidence in his offense.
We're not keeping stats, Stephen, but I know they've gone at least maybe 2 or 3 times on fourth down and came to first down, so I guess the odds are in his favor here.
I don't know if he's going to
be tough.
I don't know if he's going to do anything too fancy.
No.
But I wouldn't do it if they just go to basic bread and butter and give a little trap play to the fullback just to get the first down. Tony Rio splits out wide to the right side. Fullback directly behind Chris Owen, behind the quarterback, Brett Keener. Slot left formation, Griffith in the slot. Keener might be trying to draw him off. Going to hand off. It's going to be passed to Gilbert Griffith. And he is going to be lost a yard. And I believe the Carroll Tigers are going to stuff him again on a fourth down play. Similar play what they'd scored on earlier. They've gone back to it a few times where he pitches to Griffith coming in motion. And Keener turns up and tries to be the lead blocker. But there's too much penetration. The Tigers shut it down.
And basically the 2 corners there, Jed and Triber making the tackle, and the safety comes in to clean up. That's a good job by the 2 little guys there. They're not, you hear Gray, Bennett, Tower, Caps, and then you get these 2 nice little men doing a good job there to turn the ball over to the Carroll Tiger offense.
On the 36-yard line, it's going to go to Bennett, who's in at fullback. His helmet pops free. What a shot he took. Actually, that's not Bennett. I take that back. That is number 33, Lance Brown, in the game at fullback. And he took a shot right in the chest, actually jarred his helmet off. And I believe in the rules these days, as soon as a helmet is off a player, the play stops no matter what. No matter what the situation is, the play stops strictly for the safety of the individuals.
Ronald Berglund in there, and Chris Miller, also a Michael Fonseca again. Also a new quarterback, Marcus Sanchez.
You're right. They are running a lot of second and third teamers here. It's going to go Johnny Smith, though. He is going to take the ball and get over through the 35-yard line, 34, a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be third down upcoming, third and very long. 3rd and 9, 3rd and 8 possibly. Ball will be spotted at the 35. 7:15 remaining in the game. The Carroll Tigers lead 35-20. Coach Morris trying to get some reps with a number of these players and also kind of build up their confidence.
Also number 55, Robert Duenas in there. Nick Manzano still in the game. Chase Foster still in the game.
Donald Williams, like you said. But it is number 10, Marcus Sanchez, in a quarterback.
Option right.
He's going to run the option. He's going to turn it up.
Down.
He is taken down himself. Hutzel is the one who gets underneath and takes out the ankles of the quarterback. There is a penalty flag in the backfield, and I believe it's going to be called against the Carroll Tigers. It's illegal motion. So it wasn't a dead ball foul. It's a legal motion. So they will probably decline this and make it a fourth down play. It is declined, and it's going to be 4th down and 9. And I do not see them taking anybody off the field. Actually, they're putting Michael Emery, another wide receiver, on the field.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough 8.
I think what they're trying to do here, they're trying to maintain possession and work clock. Work clock. So they want to hold on. It is 6:38 remaining. It's 4th down and 9 from the 35-yard line. Quarterback running the option, turns it up, gets all the way to the 30. He'll be taken down. It'll be a turnover on downs. It'll be short of the first down by about 4 yards. GP's defense holds firm. The defense for the Carroll Tigers comes back to the field. So GP will take over with 6:30 remaining, trailing by 15 here in the Battle of the Bridge. It is a tough one so far. Real quick, the Carroll Tigers football team wants to thank J.T. Tillett and the folks at Swanton and Gordon Insurance Agency for their generous support of Tiger football this season. Because of people like J.T. Tillett and Swanton and Gordon family, we're able to continue our Tiger football broadcast for you. Once again, thank you. Keener under center, trailing by 15. You want to make some plays. He's going to throw the quick slant. He's got Hutzel, but he breaks a tackle. He'll be chased down from behind after he gets the first. Houston Tower, along with Tony Aguilar, is there after he gains 17. Hutzel makes the play and shakes off the first tackler.
Yeah, basically a 10-yard slant in, and who broke a tackle, gained about 19 to 20 yards there. So ball's 49-yard line. They're on their march now.
Here they go. I mean, if Keener is able to get his passing game working, there is time. There definitely is time. 6:10 remaining in the game. Gregory Portland trails by 2 scores. They trail by 15. Rios and Hutzel split to each side. Griffith and Morales also on the right side. Single setback as a fullback. Keener wants to throw. He's got the pressure, and he's taken down. Big play. Number 90. That is number 90 coming in for, that is Omar Espinosa.
Yeah, Omar played a lot last week. He started last week at the defensive end position, and he's coming in now and he's doing a good job giving some of those guys a little break.
Omar is not, he's 5'8", 155 pounds. He looks a little bigger than that, but I tell you one thing, he showed a lot of aggression, got up the field, and when Keener turned to look back in that direction, he was all over him, and that was a big loss. It is going to be 2nd down and 10, 20, I'd say about 23 yards.
Tigers all at the line of scrimmage showing blitz. They drop back.
Keener wants to throw. Oh, he ducks one. You're Griffith able to get rid of the ball. Man, did he avoided one with the old up fake. But he does get his arm going forward. It was almost a spike, but he was trying to advance the ball downfield. It wasn't trying to elude anything.
No, he was just trying to get rid of the ball there. He was under heavy pressure there. Faked the ball. One of the Tigers went over him. Then kind of got hit and threw the ball at the same time. So it'll be, what, 3rd downs, 3rd and 20?
3rd and 23. 3rd and 23 from the 35-yard line. And once again, I anticipate them going to the air. Rios is splitting wide right side. Single setback is a fullback. Actually, slot left is going to be Griffith. Griffith's going to come in motion. Reverse again. No way. Time Omar Espinosa is all over it. Once again, they go to the well one too many times.
Yeah, he was reading that one right. Stayed in his position, stayed at home. Ball came right back to him, made a great tackle. But, you know, if you stay home, you have your assignments. He's there, made a nice tackle. Making him look good.
Made him look real good. What a play. Big loss. Another loss of about 12 yards. It is going to be 4th down and 10. So I count here. 10, 20, 10, 20, almost 32 yards. I can barely count. It's going to be a punting situation. Hutzel's going to go back deep. Johnny Smith is going to be the receiver for the Carroll Tigers. Hutzel to kick it away. At least that's what we think they're going to do. Good snap. Kick is gone. And Johnny Smith is chasing it down. It's going to bounce away from him. I think it's time for him to get away from the ball. He does back off. He really thought about it, but he saw the red mass coming his direction from Gregory Portland. A good kick by Hutzel to get it away from Johnny Smith. And Johnny Smith wisely made the right decision.
Oh, yeah, he had too many guys around him and around the ball, so he said, even if I pick it up, I'm not going to go but maybe a yard or two, so I'll just...
And I'm going to get hit pretty hard.
Yeah, so he said, I'll just let the offense take over here, and I'll get the ball off the offensive
You saw
set.
he was like right above it. He got his hands ready, like, I really want to pick this up, but it's probably not in my best interest. 4:07 remaining. Carroll Tigers lead by 15. Pitch. Ball to 38. Johnny Smith going to get around. Cuts back. 40. Oh, tries to regain his balance. He'll get to the 43-yard line. Guy coming in late. Actually, was just a kind of a love pat. There really wasn't. That was no late hit. It was kind of a. He definitely tried to come in soft. He tried to come in soft. Ball spotted at the 42. It'll be a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6 coming up for the Carroll Tigers. Again, in at quarterback, Marcus Sanchez, number 10, trying to lead the way.
Ronald Berglund, Phillip Brown, Manzano, Robert Duenas also in the game. Donald Williams checking in at the wideout with Michael Fonseca.
Johnny Smith tries to bounce once again, continues churning his legs, gets over the 45 to the 47. Underneath them was Vela, number 68, as well as number 28, Eric Wooten. But like I said, Johnny kept his legs going and actually was able to stretch out 2 more yards.
About 31, 32, with 3:11 left in the 4th quarter here at Gregory Portland High School.
If the Carroll Tigers can get this first down, they'll definitely be in control of the clock from the rest of the way out. Williams, right side. Fonseca, left side. Quarterback keeper. First down. Great call. Quarterback keeper gets over the 50-yard line to the 49. We hadn't seen it all night. Marcus Sanchez was the first one to run, the quarterback keeper for the Tigers. Actually gets it all the way to the 48. So a great call, gets the first. Chains move, and the clock is definitely on the Tigers' side now. Since they've reset the chains, this clock has started once again. 2:41 remaining in the action. I believe the Tigers do have this one close in hand. Want to remind everybody. Let me go ahead.
Brown up the middle.
Lance Brown, he gets the fullback over the 40 down to the 38-yard line. I like what the quarterback Marcus Sanchez did there after he made the handoff to Brown. He continued with his fakes, went through the fake pitch, etc., and I think he really got some attention of the GP Wildcat D. But Lance Brown does a great job. I mean, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. What do we have here? It's actually closer to the sideline. It is going to be illegal procedure, so all for naught. We thought it was all good, but it's going to move it back and unfortunately stop the clock as well. But they're going to put it back into Carroll territory at the 47-yard line. It'll be first down and 15.
Paul Torres checks in at tight end for the Carroll Tigers. He's also a transfer from Gregory Portland, but he's basically moved over with his mom and dad. His mom's a...
There's another penalty flag being thrown. Johnny Smith is taken down for a loss on the first down play.
His mom's a head softball coach at Carroll High School this year. It's under her first year. So he's playing tight end for the Carroll Tigers, number 86, Paul Torres. Yeah, we have another penalty here.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I know it's late. I know the game seems to be in hand, but coaches do not like this lapse in concentration at any time during the game. One penalty, then followed up by another penalty. If this one's against the Tigers,
it is, Stephen.
They're still discussing it. They might be waving this off. I think he's picking up the flag, and no, they did call it. They just declined. They went ahead and took the loss of yardage on the play, so we will be second down, and I would say about 18 yards. Second down and 17. Second down and 17 for the Carroll Tigers. Sanchez gives it to Johnny Smith up the gut. He jumps forward, dives forward, gets close to the 50, probably the 49 of the Carroll Tigers. He'll gain back 5. It'll be third down and 12. Timeout. Timeout taken by the Gregory Portland Wildcats. 1:55 remaining. 35-20 the score. Here in the Battle of the Bridge, the Carroll Tigers seem to be in control. I believe it should be third down, if I'm not mistaken. They have second on the sideline, but I believe it should be third since they declined that penalty previously. No, actually not, because there was a penalty moving it back on first.
Right.
Okay.
It is second.
Well, I tell you, making me look bad. Let me go ahead and let me talk about some more of the people that make all this possible. One of our Tigers led on the field by Marcus Sanchez in at quarterback. 2 receivers left side, I formation, otherwise going to be Johnny Smith. Ducks under one, pulls his way close to the 45, but it seemed like he just missed a lariat tackle. I mean, he ducked under a charging Wildcat, and like the guy had his face mask in mind, like he was coming in with the left hand, but Johnny just ducked under like a boxer.
Carroll gained 7 yards there, so it'll be third and about 6.
And Julie Scott. They work very hard. Not only do they take care of that, they prepare all the sidelines, make sure all the jugs, make sure all the cups, make sure everything is available and accessible for the athletes and the coaches. They work very, very hard. On third down and 7.
Option left.
Option plays. He's going to take it himself. Tries to jump over. Does. Gets over the 40. Does get, I believe, the first down on individual effort by the quarterback, Marcus Sanchez, hurdling over Gregory Portland Wildcats. It is a first down. Longoria is a junior, 5'7", 155. His brother Danielle, quarterback last year for the Tigers. He hands off. On first down, it's going to go to number 34 for the Carroll Tigers, Ruben Puente. Ruben had a big runner, about a 46-yard run last week.
Right.
And this week, he's going to go ahead and start off his series with about a 7 to 8 yard carry. Really gets it going. But I feel for Gregory Portland right now. They got their number 1 D in. They got a lot of fresh legs coming in for Carroll Tigers. A lot of enthused and fresh legs.
And we'll hold on to it for one more year, and then we'll get together again next year and see who can carry it the next year.
Well, we're on the road this week here in Portland, but we're really on the road next week. We're going down to Harlingen South Hawks. That is going to be on the road next Friday night. Same time, we're going to kick off at 7:30. 7 o'clock, the Coaches Show with Coach Terry Morris. Carroll Tiger football being brought to you each and every week. Excited to have it on second down. It's going to go, I believe, one more time, first down. Good handoff right at the gut. I believe that goes to the fullback, number 33, Lance Brown. Had one run pulled back earlier by penalty. Another good run, getting the first down. Chains continue to move.
Arnold Reyna checking in also at center. Ryan Hatton checks in for Phillip Brown. So everybody's getting a little playing time tonight. Everybody's getting in the game. So we'll have a new running back and a new center.
Well, I think both teams are hopefully getting a lot out of this pre-district play. Of course, the Wildcats are going to be disappointed with the loss, I'm sure. But, you know, it's great preparation for district play. They got a tough district. On first down, this one's going to go to number 34. You just called him Ruben Puente just a moment ago. He's going to work his way forward for a gain of 3. Clock continues to wind with 19 seconds remaining. 15-yard spread, 35-20. The Carroll Tigers lead over the Gregory Portland Wildcats. We're at Wildcat Stadium in Portland, Texas. I believe the clock is going to wind itself out. We're under 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the game, folks. The Battle of the Bridge. It stays here. Coach Morris and Coach Holt are working their way across the field. Congratulate each other. As a matter of fact, some of the players go over to Coach Holt as well. I think we had a very hard-fought game, a very good game had by all, and I'm sure the Gregory Portland Wildcats are a bit disappointed, but you know for a fact that they got a good team and a very good team that's going to compete in the 4A ranks. Bay Area Studios. Mr. Ron Jorgensen, the producer of our show, the producer of our broadcast, and also the man who put together the rebroadcast. He makes sure our tape is in order and in check and ready to go for the rebroadcast, which will be Wednesday night on Cable Access Channel 10 on AT&T Cable, formerly TCI. Again, this is Cable Access Channel 10, 8 p.m., courtesy of Bay Area Studios Incorporated and KCCT 1150 a.m. Enough points on the board, and that's really what it's all about. That's exactly what football is. We're very excited to bring it to you. Again, the Carroll Tigers take home the trophy. It's coming back to Mary Carroll right off of Weber Street. You know where it is, don't you, Rich?
Oh, I'm there every day.
Every single day. No doubt about it. Again, I want to remind everybody,